Yeah. Yeah.
Good shit.
Murder happened. Basically.
Murder.
Murder!
Owl.
And you're gonna
Who
go
is
to jail for 30 years!
did the top group manage to get down there and help or
Like, right after the battle.
Yeah.
so they were like, all right,
Y'all showed up as Sierra was talking to the stone.
Basically. Which it makes sense because they were already in combat, and the combat, like, even though it takes a long time to play out, it's really like less than 2 minutes in total for all the rounds.
Y'all went through the trauma of the labyrinth.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I just started looking through my YouTube and was like, whoa, I have one follower who I don't know. So someone who's like a random person who likes Humblewood.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Humblewood's awesome. Actually, let me have a look here.
I honestly have no idea if we're doing anything for Easter this year. And I'm not going to be the one to open that can of worms by asking. I'm not going to do it.
I know what I'm doing. Gonna find a way to murder Zipper on Animal Crossing. He's the demonic rabbit that shows up every year on Animal Crossing New Horizons for Easter. He's so creepy.
Yeah, the Easter eggs get me better because I remember what they were when I first.
Oh my. Okay, so I haven't been able to get any water eggs. I have like 4. Last year, it was to where every time you fished, it was always an egg.
So they overcorrected.
Yeah, they overcorrected. I still get decent wood, leaf, stone, and sky eggs, as well as earth eggs, but I can never get any fucking water eggs, and I need water eggs to get that last goddamn water egg recipe for the outfits before I can get the other recipes, and I'm just like, ah! Not to mention the cherry blossoms started blooming, and all I got was the goddamn picnic recipe, and I've been trying to catch cherry blossoms all day, but I've been getting no new recipes, and I'm like, this ends in 9 days! I have 9 days. I have 9 days to pinkify my island. Give me the recipes.
Oh.
Anyway, how's everyone else today?
I beat the flagship for Monster Hunter. Well, the first time. I had to farm him now. But
Awesome.
I discovered I beat him with a weapon that was literally doing no elemental damage because he's immune to fire. But it also gives me a skill that makes me harder to kill. Because I was more concerned about surviving the hunt than killing him. It was a giant pink bell. I beat a giant monster to death with a giant pink bell. Because hunting horn.
Also, for y'all who didn't notice, I have pink hair now.
It looks good.
Yeah, the girls at work were hyping over it. They're like, oh my god, Paige, I've never seen such vibrant pink hair. It looks amazing. I'm like, I know. Anime protagonist status approved. Fuck you, Kitsune.
You're rocking the Itatori right now. You just need 2 little lines right here.
What?
I'm trying to be I'm trying to be an e-girl right now.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
I want to piss off Corpse Husband because e-girls ruin his life.
That's
Choke me like you hate me, but you love me. Keep wanting to. I'm sorry, I love that song.
It is.
Watch out for trucks on. Oh God. Hi, Anna.
Anna.
Anna, I'm so sorry I can't come to the wedding. It's just too close in time, and with how work is starting to pick up business, I can't really leave.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
But we will watch the live stream.
Yes.
We will watch the live stream for sure.
I will watch
I will be at home watching it in Ringear garb.
Same.
What is an e-girl if not an irrealized slice of life anime protagonist? out on the main. Alright, do we want to go ahead and get announcements out of the way or wait a few minutes longer for Hannah?
No.
Yeah,
might as well
she
make
having
start on
family
announcements.
dinners.
Yeah.
We can start with announcements. So, okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Kingdom Chronicles. My name is, turn to page 394. I am here with MN Chief, Bard of the Midwest, Brian T, Aki Obsession, Bryce Sasseles, and Icarus of Might. Alpha Hannah 5311, she will be on shortly. She is just spending some time with her family. Bridgie Lee will not be on episode this week. She needs some time off, so hopefully we will get her back in a couple of weeks. But also, Bridget, we love you so much. We hope you feel better. I will fly up there and give you hugs if I have to. I have my ways. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some announcements out of the way. There was an update to the GKC store. Unfortunately, not for GKC, but for Star Wars Atom and Misfits. The official wanted poster, as well as the 5 character headshots, are available in the store as posters, t-shirts, stickers, tumblers. They have steel water tumblers on there as well. So if you're a fan of Atom and Misfits, you can go get your character merch now or get a cool-ass wanted poster. Hopefully we'll get some more merch in for GKC down the road. It's just, once in a blue moon, I have artistic inspiration, and unfortunately it got taken over by Star Wars this time. But we should have more products down the road. On a roll with shops, make sure you check out Bridget's Etsy shop. I believe her name is Resin by Bridgie Lee on there. I think that's the name. The link will be in the link tree that Kitsune just shared. She sold her second dice skull this week. So there are 8 dice skulls left if you check out her store. They go for $80. Honestly, the price is worth it. So be sure to check out her shop. And if you can't afford it at the time, at least give her shop a favorite so you can see what updates she posts in the store. Sarah, any new sales going on Society 6 or Redbubble right now?
6 almost always has sales going. Let me double check the site. While I look, well, actually, let's see. It says 40% off of tech, office, posters, and tapestries, which means if you need a new phone case, now is the time. I would like to point out my own phone case right here is one of my pieces. And it is if I can get it open, my hands are slippery. It's a card holder.
Awesome.
Ooh.
And it's not only a card holder, but it's one of the ones where it's like so subtle that nobody realizes you're carrying your credit card with you.
That is awesome.
It's a little bit better than just the sleeves that people put on the back of their cases, if you ask me.
Yeah.
This is through Society 6. So, if you're interested in a little sneak wallet phone case, check out my shop.
Sweet. Does anybody else have merchandise shops?
Working on mine.
Yeah, Mitch is working on a merch shop for Tales of Yggdrasil. So when we have more news on that, we'll bring it to you guys. Speaking of Tales of Yggdrasil, I recently joined the cast. My first episode was last night. I basically play Wanda Maximoff if she was very introverted and an elf. I mean, she basically is already. So, yeah. So I joined the cast last night as Egrets, the Vanir Ranger, who is innocent of the world, but hates Asgardians to a T. So yeah, so make sure you tune in every Thursday to watch us play Tales of Yggdrasil at Mitch and Chief _ here on Twitch. He'll have the VOD uploaded this weekend for our episode last night, and then we'll be live again next Thursday. Speaking of other live streams that are upcoming, this Sunday we should finally be back with Lost Mine of Phandelver after 2 to 3 weeks of not playing. we'll see how it goes. Last Sunday, we just all were not feeling well. I was pretty sure I had a broken tailbone, and everyone else was tired. Luckily, my tailbone is not broken. It still hurts, though. But we should be back to playing this Sunday. And then next Monday is Humblewood Heroes of Humble Origin at Aki Obsession on Twitch, where we're going to have a new player joining. Our friend Alteran is going to be joining us with his new character. And if you watched the one shot we did a couple weeks ago, you will already have met his character. And she is adorable. I love her. So yeah.
You should watch it anyway, just to laugh at the fact that that whole one shot was pulled out of 2 hours of planning and entirely came out of my ass. Like I made all of that up on the spot.
Yep. And I got to play a trash panda finally, so.
It was so fun and so funny.
Yeah. So, Heroes of Humble Origin is going to be this Monday. The Monday afterwards will be our next session of Secrets of Pandora, which is run by Hannah and hosted by me on Twitch. So, that'll be in the next 2 weeks. Next Wednesday, we should be back with Outer Rim Misfits, which is hosted by myself and by JM Kitsune on Twitch. We had to take a break this week because Alice had to get caught up with schoolwork, so we came back with a one-night special of D&D Talks discussing strictly Star Wars, and we should be back with our next session 10 next Wednesday. So we're finally going to be in the double digits, and it's going to start getting serious. And then, of course, every Friday is going to be Kingdom Chronicles, and every Thursday is Tales of Yggdrasil. So, if you follow any of us on our Twitches, always hit the, I think it has a bell icon, or if you just click the follow, you'll be notified when we go live. So make sure you have your notifications on your Twitch app, and it'll buzz and let you know when we go live on the internet. Make sure to follow us at all of our YouTubes as well. Roughly the same handles that we all use. All the links are in the link tree. YouTube is where we're going to upload all of our VODs from past streams if you're not able to catch it live, or if the VOD goes away on Twitch. Yes, serious. We're hitting episode 10. I'm pretty sure in the Star Wars universe, once you make it to the double digits, it gets serious. Alrighty. I think that is mostly it for announcements. If anyone has quick announcements they want to throw out there, the floor is now yours.
Our Spotify has one more playlist that has been updated. Bruno from Tales of Yggdrasil now has a playlist that you can listen to. It is in my link tree. I think that Spotify is also in the GKC link tree, but I am not sure.
It's small, but I'm working on it.
But yeah, keep an eye out. We keep making more playlists. We continue to update our character playlist. You can jam out with your favorite characters' vibes.
Yeah. I will try to get to work on all of my characters' playlists tomorrow. Because I know everybody wants to hear Egrets because of how everyone met her yesterday. It's gonna be all Disney princess songs just to piss y'all off.
You know what? I'm not even mad about it.
She's basically a Disney princess, okay?
No, it's just Christmas songs about the tree. It's just songs about fucking trees.
It's just songs about trees. Because she lives in the Ironwood.
Honestly, she kind of also gives me some Studio Ghibli vibes.
Yeah, she's very, what was the girl's name from Princess Mononoke?
Oh.
Yeah, because her name's not Mononoke. It's something else. But yeah, the girl from Princess Mononoke, Egret's basically a lot like her. Basically, you come in my forest, I kill you. Alright, any other announcements that anyone has?
I think so.
Alright, nose goes on the wholesome. Mitch has to do it again.
Alright, hold
Also,
up.
thank you for stopping by, Tony.
Fix it again, Tony.
Fix it again, Tony! That's an inside joke that we have in Star Wars.
I had to because, yeah. Right. Y'all motherfuckers are beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to put forward my case that these motherfuckers are beautiful, especially the Hannah Bean that has come in.
Hello.
And the evidence proves in this case that they are a very supportive found family, in which I found completely randomly by the thanks of one pink-haired page. And the amount of support and love that these people have given over the span of 14 months
Over a
since
year.
knowing them.
Yeah.
Over a year. Proves to me that they are just the most delightful, caring, understanding, loving human beings on the face of the earth. And if any of these motherfuckers decide to change who they are, I'm gonna get on a fucking plane and beat their ass.
You wouldn't beat someone with a bruised tailbone, would you?
I'll beat someone with a tip bruised tailbone as a weapon.
Oh my god, you're gonna use me as a weapon.
I'll beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
That's fair.
But in all seriousness, you guys are fucking awesome. And I am very happy to call you my found family. And don't ever fucking change. Otherwise, I will beat you with another motherfucker. Got it?
You doing my fucking job for me?
Yeah,
Nope.
you didn't
You
show
doing my
up to...
job for me?
Yep.
Motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding.
This is what
You calling me a
happens
motherfucker? You calling me a motherfucker?
Hey, your name's
I
not...
am.
Your name's not... Wait, is your name Oedipus?
I didn't say,
Context when you say that you are a motherfucker, okay?
I didn't say I am the motherfucker, but I am one.
You're not helping your case here. You're really not.
It was consensual. But that is my
Anywho,
husband.
we don't have time to
Anyway.
unpack all of that.
You don't wanna.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Alright, before I do you have any quick announcements you want to make, Hannah? Now that you're here?
Announcement. Yes.
Yes.
So my mother's birthday is on Sunday, which unfortunately is on Easter. So we celebrate it tonight. And she wants to tell all of you that she loves you guys very much. And she would very much like it if you guys would call her Den Mom.
Den Mom? Yes.
Done.
Den Mom.
Done.
Because she's all about it.
I don't know why, but why do I want to make your mom play with us one night?
Oh, I think she'd be great.
I have tried to ring my parents in somehow, and they're like, it's just not for us. I'm like, come on!
I mean, with how angsty this campaign is, I wouldn't want to bring him into this one. Make
You could
one
probably do
that's
like a
more...
celestial one.
I honestly was thinking Humblewood, actually.
Oh, I think they would love Humblewood.
Maybe.
Oh my goodness! Look at that booker.
Look at that, clingy boy.
I require the cuddles.
Yes.
Also, because I've been doing my workouts and stuff, I'm starting to get muscles.
Yeah.
I need to go back into working out. I'm hoping I can improve my roller skating so I can just skate around town and burn calories that way. Yeah, I go back out skating again Sunday after I get my butt pad in from the mail.
Yeah.
Protect your ass, invest in butt pads if you're trying to learn how to skate.
Protect your assets.
Protect your assets.
Love it.
Alright, without further ado, let us dive into tonight's episode of Kingdom Chronicles. Ba-da-da-da-da! Icarus, you have the floor, sir.
Yeah. All right. So, previously on Kingdom Chronicles, we finally have a conclusion in the "What the fuck is under that temple" saga.
And we leveled up from it. So, reminder everyone, we are level 14. Your character sheet's refreshed. You get all your spell slots back. You get all your health back. All the whole shebang.
Yay.
And I do fixed average for health points unless you want to roll, in which case do whatever you normally do for that.
May the dice
You
be in
don't,
your
like-
favor.
Yeah, don't roll until like you get the max, because like but honor system here. Son, I love
Oh,
you, but I
Off on a tangent. Speaking of max, I do rolled for Tales of Yggdrasil. Mitch has proof. I rolled max every time.
Yep.
I have max amount of hit points for Egret, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Okay, continue.
Oh, yeah.
For a
So,
ranger, you need every hit point you can get.
So in the upper temple, we've got Devotion was looking over the ritual space and inspecting it to kind of see what he could see. He was able to kind of make out some converging lines that circled the teardrop shape in the center of the floor, and noticed a couple of other things that he could see only through magic sight, but that had been kind of covered specifically, so they weren't physically visible, only through magic sight, and only after the place wasn't just soaked in healing ritual magic like it was before, which is why he legitimately just could not find them before. No one could have. So yeah, he tries pass wall and opens the floor to the first dungeon level, and then the deafness effect starts spreading out. To which he was like, so yeah. The other upper temple group, which was the other ones that were not with the devotion and his shenanigans, they went to go find him once they finished with the rooms. But in the process of finishing the rooms, they found another old journal of Dante's in the mattress, which was something that Drax insisted that they should definitely do. And I was like, but should you though? And that was that was an interesting little moment of like, okay, but like really? So yeah. But yeah, they found an old journal of Dante's in the mattress, and this is a very old journal that he wouldn't have wanted anybody really to find, because it's filled with a lot of doubts, a lot of just wavering kind of in his cause, and he wonders if he can see us in there. Does he want to be in there? There's a little bit of a little bickering between Drax and Isla about the stuff, and then once everything was settled and once they had I think actually Isla had like done a little something with like the hay in Drax's face. It was very funny. Either way, then they went to the ritual space to find Devotion, and the weird deafness effect that was starting to spread out. They're considering going in, but they're not really sure if they should or if they should stay up here. Then they see that the barrier is flashing and heard some angry voices coming closer. Decide to just go in the hole.
No.
And-
We Devotion poked his head out the door, saw the horde of angry people come. Or was that someone?
It was Drax.
Yeah. Poked his head out. Horde of angry people. I think we're going no.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, decide to go into the dungeon and not face the scary mob of zombie-like citizens. So Drax blocked up the door just to give y'all some extra time, and then into the hole. In the lower group, combat. Ha! It was a pretty good long fight. It was a very difficult enemy. I don't know if everybody was here when I revealed. Basically, it was a slightly modified and dumbed down Night Stalker, whatever the hell that thing's called, which is like a CR20. I just kind of filed the serial numbers off and shifted a few things.
Nightwalker. Yeah.
See, it worked. But yeah, it was a long fight, and you guys do win. Sutha got the killing blow, and had lots and lots of heads to lop off because this thing had like 10. Yeah, you know. The other group goes through the dungeon with advice from, I think it was specifically from Zinc, because Zinc tried to message like right as y'all were starting your fight. Got through to Flortma, gave some like quick fire advice, and then went back to So, you know. And of course, because combat always takes way less time in game than it does to do it as players, the dungeon group ended up coming through a few minutes after like a battle had completed and after like everything was kind of settling down. And while Sierra was actively kind of talking to Lathander in the stone and trying to figure out what do. So
what do we do to help you?
So yeah. You guys were able to kind of get an idea from him. It sounded like he wasn't eager to be in there and didn't like that he was in there. So that kind of gave you an idea that like this thing is not his doing, most likely. No god would really elect to be trapped in a gem for 200 years, you imagine? So y'all have contained the gem that contains him in the box, which Sierra still has.
Yeah, she's holding on to that motherfucker.
And y'all are going to teleport out to your campsite, which is then pretty easy to get to, like a field from there, with, of course, Zinc.
I thought we already teleported out before game ended.
That's the last shot. Is y'all are teleporting out to the campsite, so you can then go to a field and figure out what do. So yay. And I'm guessing that's probably about where we open is we see this sort of little sparkle effect. I always like to think that whenever a teleport happens, it's kind of like there's a little mini just like circle-y thing of like whatever the magic color is that kind of like swirls in an area and then so but yeah, so I think you guys appear in the middle of your campsite because it's a place that that y'all are familiar with, and there's a lot of like just kind of fieldish places around there that y'all can go to, and I think you guys sort of pop in, appear there, and let's see, Zinc was casting the spell. Sorry, so y'all pop in, y'all appear, and
what's amazing is as soon as we get to camp, Zinc gets all his spell slots back.
Basically.
There's also someone in his
refreshed.
There's also someone camping on his hammock being sad.
Woo! Who wants to go to Vegas?
Let's free a gold first.
Okay.
So, I think real quick, y'all go ahead and roll me a real quick perception check for arriving. Because I figure y'all are all still on like high alert. So
does passive perception not work? Because I got pretty high passive perception now. I'm just saying.
I mean, it can be passive. I figured y'all are paranoid enough that you'd be actively looking, but that's.
I have a 22 passive perception now.
I'm scared of my own roll. I rolled the digital dice. If anyone can see that.
Let me check. Holy fuck, woman!
Did you get a nat 20?
No. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do digital dice tonight as well, so y'all can see it.
Rolled a 30.
I rolled a 15, but it was an 8 on the die. I think Sierra's too focused on the box.
16, that's not too bad.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Everyone's just using the digital dice. Oh, Flortma! Hey, Zinc, not bad.
Oh no!
Lortma, of course, doesn't notice anything.
Drax, that's a persuasion check, not perception.
Forget that.
I do
then.
that a lot. I do that a
Hold-
lot.
Hold on, let me try again. Hopefully the dice are my favor this time. Woohoo!
Okay, that's a lot better.
Much better.
That's a 26.
Okay. So if you got between a 15 to 20, if you got a 15 to 19, you'll notice that the mayoral prospect, the camp is empty. There is nobody here. There is nobody here. If you got a 20 or above, you'll notice, like, as you're like, huh? And look around, he's actually actively, like, jogging back in his little halflingness, flanked by two of the guards, like, heading back to the city. Now that the barrier is gone, completely and utterly.
Sierra will be like, Devotion, I thought you said you left a man here.
He kind of looks around. Did anyone see a small man? He's a halfling.
He's over there.
Yeah, I
Turn,
just
look. Oh, he's off to do his job then. Let's leave him to it. We have a thing to do.
Yeah,
We'll check on with
yeah,
you.
let-
Checking on
let's-
him in a bit.
Let's check on him later. Follow me, everyone. And Sierra will head to the closest field that we have.
I'm
Yeah,
following.
Devotion will fly ahead and kind of make
Yeah.
sure it's like clear. If there's no one like just fucking around in the field. Kind of
We're
like
going on an adventure. Bum, bum.
he'll land in a good spot, just like far away from trees. Nice open area.
Yeah, so luckily for y'all and for like what you need to do, Moonstone is pretty far north. It's fairly remote, honestly. There's like nothing on the outer areas. There's literally fucking nothing. But like some grass and some shrubs, and like way farther away is some trees. But like there's a good several football fields worth of like just open area around here. It's a little bit windy. It's not a big deal. It looks really pretty, honestly. Also, I'm not gonna lie, it feels a little weird to be able to look over at Moonstone and not see that smooth like moonstone looking barrier just like across the entire thing. It actually looks like a town with buildings. So yeah,
little mashed together, but yeah, it's okay.
it's fine.
Look crowded.
So yeah, it so you guys are able to settle down. There's not really anything. There's also not really any wildlife over here either that anybody's kind of passed. You're not sure if it's just because like there was a huge like thing that happened in the town and it's like spooked everything away for a little while, because animals are much more in tune with like, nope, ain't going over there today, than people can be.
I wonder why.
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
No thanks.
So eventually though, you guys get out. Like I said, it's a pretty good like open area. The grass comes up to like roughly between like your shin and your knees, depending on like how tall you are. But it's just kind of gently waving. But yeah, you easily find a like kind of field area easily enough, and there is nobody nowhere. So yeah, what do you want to do?
All right. Think you might all want to step back a little bit.
Yeah, Diversion's gonna step back, and he's gonna hold out the tower shield. Like, you may want to get behind me.
Why? What's going on?
We might be popping a god out of the stone. There may be an explosion. So behind the shield wall.
Just one of you have a healing spell on standby if you watch me drop.
We'll have you covered.
Okay.
Drax will look to Sierra and go, Are you thinking what I think you're thinking?
Are you thinking what I think you're thinking? Because I think you're an idiot.
Nothing new then. If we're gonna free a god, we're gonna need all the help we can get. So he will take off the armband boon.
Mhm.
I can help.
Still, be careful where you're standing if you want to help.
Um,
Everyone else, I would suggest social distance, 6 feet away.
Maybe a
minimum.
little bit farther.
Minimum.
Is that probably supposed to mean something?
I don't know.
Minimum
I
safe
over,
distance.
I overheard it in a tavern once when there was this like viral outbreak while I was.
What exactly is quarantine?
I
What
don't
the-
know. I know it was the name of a ship I was once on. That's not the point, though. Step back, everyone, please.
Yeah, Devotion will move back. He'll have the tower shield out and planted, just like
Alright.
bracing.
Alright.
Drax will stand opposite Sierra. And
Sierra's gonna
with it-
try to like flatten down as much grass as she can, and then kneel down and set the lead box down.
Darren's actually going to be behind Sierra with his hand like on her shoulder, so if he needs to quickly pull her back, he can.
I thought I told you to stand 6 feet back.
You're here, so am I.
Zinc is gonna stand directly in between everybody in case we need to teleport out of here. In that we've
He's like,
reinvigorated.
Yeah.
very angry god.
Alright. Sierra's gonna pull out the raven egg stone and hold it in her hand.
Drax has his hand on his boon.
He said just to open the box, so. And she will pop up the lid and flip it open.
To be fair, he doesn't actually know specifically what it'll take to release him from thing. I think I mentioned
She'll do
last
that
time.
first and like wait for any reaction.
It's still in the containment box. It's just kind of sitting there. You notice that it's not like glowing, the way that it had when it was kind of floating in gently circling in the altar.
She'll kind of lean down to it. Can you hear us?
It is difficult here.
Oh yeah, he's still in the lead box.
Zinc is,
Drax
Zinc-
will
hold on, Zinc is gonna look at Florma and be like, "Do you require any assistance?" Just kidding.
Devotion kind of like will like aim the staff, and he'll like kind of make a little swirl motion, and a hand will appear. The staff has mage hand.
Oh.
He'll like float the hand over slowly.
Like a
Take
claw
it out of the
game.
box. It'll like hold
Shit.
it.
shit.
It'll like hold it out. Hold it like out. So it's out of the box, and it's like held in plain view for them.
So once it's out of the box, it kind of resumes glowing, but a little bit faintly. And it still has that kind of like moonstone colored shimmer to it. But it glows a bit, and Lathander speaks again. And his voice sounds easier, like it's just, it doesn't have to struggle to get through kind of thing. That is better.
I suppose just swinging it with my sword to try and break it open is a bad idea.
Very bad idea.
Yes, I believe instinct tells me if I'm not released in a similar manner to how I was captured, the resulting events could leave me in such a state as to where I would not be myself for a time.
Can you recollect exactly how they captured you in any way?
It was something to do with singing or chanting in such a way. I do not recall the language or the words, but it's possible if you can determine some kind of similar way of that, it could work better, and would not make me feral for a time.
What about the caves?
Isla, do you remember the song that they were singing in the mines in Moonstone?
Do I?
Maybe. Hasn't been that long.
Should I roll for that or
Yeah, if you want to. It could be just straight up, I guess, history. Sure.
history? History has its eyes on you. Yeah, it's 21.
Nice. Yeah, you can remember pretty well, like the little the gathering song that you had sang before. So it's not implausible that you could kind of see if that would work. If not, y'all do know that there's a pretty good potential that like the gifts that you've received, since they were kind of built around this, could specifically help.
Yeah.
So y'all do have some option.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt the flow, but I think it's important to point out. I was listening to the song one last time when you said "has its eyes on you," and that line came up right after you fucking said it. I was like, "You gotta be shitting me!"
That's amazing. Isla will just go. Yeah, I remember it. Do you think I should give it a try?
Give it a try. Let's see what happens. And
Okay.
worst come to worst, I can just try and crush this in my hand and see what happens. So then Drax can. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's give it a try. If it involves singing, that's one of our best shots.
Drax's hand is not off his armband.
I just am kind of like carefully clutching the egg in my fingers, ready to if I have to.
Oh hell yeah.
Isla will gently start to sing, having a cure wounds ready.
So so you start to sing that song, the specifically the gathering song, and you guys notice that this red and green gem, because I think everybody knows what bloodstone looks like, but just in case, it's a very varying shades of green, usually like a deeper green, that looks like looks like blood has dripped on it. So it's this very interesting red and green combination. It's gorgeous. So it looks like that. And you kind of notice that as you sing, the little aura that's around it kind of will pulse from time to time to certain notes, but it doesn't react quite as strongly as any of the moonstones have. But it is having a response to song notes. So you can guess that you are on the right track.
This may sound like a weird
I can
idea.
figure out the right frequencies.
Weren't they singing during Isla's ritual?
And to find you.
I was thinking maybe one voice isn't enough. Maybe we should all sing.
Your soul in the heart from inside you.
But this does not define you.
Please don't. That I watched Moana the other day, and that scene still gets me.
I'm already
I
tuned.
know, it's so good.
Continue.
But yeah, Sierra will say, weren't they singing during Isla's ritual?
Yes, they were.
Well, it's worth a shot.
Wait,
Can any of us remember what the fuck they were chanting or singing?
I don't know if we should trust that song.
That's fair.
But it involved the stone.
Yeah, but it was creepy.
Yeah, it involved the stone, but it took a life. So I don't know if that's the kind of chant that we should be singing.
Do we know?
Oh, fuck it. And I crushed the raven's egg in my hand.
That's fair. So you do that. It cracks easily, like even more than like just a bird's egg. Like the thing is, like, as you
that shocks Sierra because this thing is a stone.
Exactly. Like, it's a stone, and until this moment, it's had like a pretty good deal of weight to it. Like, it's felt like, you know, a crystal of that size would feel. Like, you know very well exactly, like, yeah, this is this. It's gonna feel like this. It has felt like that until the moment you decided, okay, now it's time to break it, and then it's like it just became easier for you to crush. So it's like just a dried out hollow bird's egg, just done. Which honestly probably both feels and looks cool as shit because it's like, you know, this smoky black sand almost. Maybe a little disconcerting, up to you. But the sand that's in there just kind of like pours out of your hand and then starts swirling. It swirls around all of you, and it also focuses a huge bit of it around the containment box and the stone in the air. Like, it kind of makes almost like a little raven's egg shape around it as well. And as it does so, y'all all again make me a perception check. Sorry. Sane's excited.
God damn it. Oh, Zinc.
Oh, Zinc. Oh, mine wasn't.
It's not too bad. 17.
17.
Digital dice.
11.
12.
I'm getting my regular dice.
Zinc got a
Raise
4.
got a 15 and over. Is it just the 2?
It's just Darren and Devotion.
I got 26.
Oh my
But the
God.
way the digital dice landed, was sitting on a corner between 14 and 20. I was like, you motherfucker.
So, yeah, so if you got a 15 or above, you're able to hear this very faint, it's almost like a ringing in your ear, but it's not coming from, like, you know, like, it's not like right up inside your ear. It's coming from the stone circle thing now. And you notice that as you guys are talking, it's kind of, it'll kind of pulse a little bit to specific tones or other things that are happening to it. So this thing like sound is what you're getting. Vicky, and you are free to point that out to the rest of the group.
Interesting.
That crushed easier than I thought it would. What is it doing?
It's responding to different sounds. I think Isla might be onto something.
You think that I could probably easily figure out what frequencies it responds to and make an estimated guess on a song that would work.
Or a singular tone. I mean, even those of us who can't sing very well could at least cover a tone.
Drax, try your band as well. See if it helps with this.
He'll grip his band and just go and just concentrate. Okay, now.
Okay. So you say that you make the decision, like, now is the time. You feel this punch of static electricity, basically, like go through your palm into the armband, and then through the rest of you into the ground. You can actually see these brilliant blue and white and almost purplish in some places sparks shoot over toward the gym and they shoot up out of the ground around it and make almost like this living Faraday cage around it, kind of like they are containing it, and they kind of have this it's still like crackling actively, but it's almost like it's waiting in a way.
Okay.
Seems preparations are set.
Isla, I think using that are you able to use that stone egg thing that's can you match the tones?
Okay.
Give it a try, honey.
Make me a performance check as you try to do whatever the fuck this thing is doing.
That's 30.
Right. Has smiled upon you this evening, my lovely.
Plus 13.
Shit.
So, damn. Okay. So, Isla, it's you open your mouth and you start singing, and singing is as natural to you as anything else because it's just a way that you've expressed yourself for as long as you can remember. It was even more important when you couldn't see because it was one of the other senses that you could focus wholly on and didn't have any kind of impact other than that. So you start singing, and you realize as you're singing that the Raven Queen, specifically her gift, starts almost guiding you to different notes, like the way that it pulses and flashes and sort of almost conducts your performance so that you are singing and hitting a specific song. It's not the Gathering song. It's very different from that. This almost has a rise and fall to it that kind of puts you in mind of the hymn that's being sung by like a choir. Like it has multiple parts that you're not able to quite hit all yourself, but you can feel that it would be completed if there were more voices added to it. But you're able to get the bare minimum melody of the song and like what it needs, and you have a good idea of like what else is going to go in it. And you've noticed as you've been singing that it's almost like you can feel the tingle of your own power sort of in your fingertips. It's not so much that it's drawing on it and like hurting you. It's more that it's sort of channeling your abilities through your voice to make what's happening happen. But yeah, you're able to work out the song that you need to do. And everybody else, of course, can hear the final product, and it's gorgeous. It is a beautiful. But yeah, so you're definitely able to work it out. But even after you sing it through a couple of times, like just yourself, it's definitely responding and it's flashing, and you guys can almost like feel for like the building tension of something, but it's just not quite enough.
Guys, I'd hate to put you all on the spot, but I think I would need more voices.
I'll go for baritone.
Zink is going to start singing.
Drax will sing along with him.
Sierra only knows sea shanties.
So, for everybody that's singing, just real quick, roll me either an Arcana or a Performance check, because I can figure it's either that you're helping by adding to the voice of thing, or by adding a bit more of your own sort of abilities to it, even if you don't think your character could hit the notes.
I'm using my lucky. I'm using my lucky dice for this. Fuck this.
My
I like that one.
performance is better.
Yeah. And with I like guiding you, and the fact that you guys have heard it through a couple times, you're going to get advantage on it as well.
Oh, thank God, because I rolled a 5. I rolled a 5.
Shit, yes.
Are you kidding me?
You know, okay, there's that one.
I got a dirty 20.
I got a natural 20!
Shit. Good, it's 24 total, but you know. Devotion helps with a wonderful baseline.
27.
What'd you get? You look upset.
Both the rogues failed.
What'd you guys get?
I've got an 8.
I got a 7.
This paladin failed.
This paladin critted.
Do we want to roll for Sutha?
We can, because she is definitely here.
All right,
And she,
I'll
of
pull
course,
up her character sheet real quick.
And she, of course, gets additionals too. I don't know.
Yeah, decent charisma if I was remember.
1 second.
She should at least have
I'm
a
getting
3 or
her sheet pulled up now.
She should hopefully have at least a 3 or a 4.
Sutha,
In
Sutha,
my
Sutha.
defense, I don't think Darren did much with music.
No, it's totally fair. Which, yeah.
Sierra only knows sea shanties, and they don't care about pitch and tone in sea
Oh, yeah,
shanties.
understandably. Yeah.
Oh, at that point, you're too drunk to care as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
you
right.
weren't doing that.
Performance for Sutha. She gets a +1. 11.
Okay, but 1, 2, 3, 4.
The rogue squad is so
But
helpful.
hey,
Rogue squad.
5 out of 8 of you passed.
And
And I'm actually gonna say 6 out of 8
And
of you
two,
passed.
and
Somebody
two of
find
us got natural 20.
I got a natural 20
Oh,
also.
2 natural 20s?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I just had to. So 7 out of 8 of you passed because I count
24 total.
nat 20 as
on
an
my end.
additional pass. Yeah. So
Does
you
my
guys,
30 still count?
yeah. Sure.
The 3 rogues in the corner, flat as fuck.
You guys are the people in church that are just like,
But when that one line pops up, we own it.
Yeah.
We may not be in tune, but we own it.
Oh my God. Everybody knows that one. Everybody can do that one.
Oh man.
Or it's
Anyway,
or
alright,
when
so,
I think Hannah might could probably I think a few of us can, but Hannah particularly when the church starts going, "Our God is an awesome God," but they do the whole song,
Oh
which
my
is
God,
like 8 verses long, and they go back to the chorus, then everyone joins back in. He's just like,
Our
"What the
God
fuck are we
is
singing?
an awesome God, he
What?"
reigns. I have not heard that song in ages. Anyway,
I just heard
Anyway.
that song for the first time. It's really good.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad song.
so yeah, so you guys sort of join in, and everybody sort of gives what they can, and even if you're not able to quite make your voice sort of add to the song of what's going on, you can still feel a little bit of a draw sort of at your fingertips, so you're still adding to the thing, just not, I guess, as directly as the singers are. So you guys sing, and it's interesting because it's almost like you see, like, as you guys are singing, these little sort of black sparkles in the air that look a lot like the Raven Queen sort of magic as it's circling that gem. It's almost like your voices are kind of being turned into that as they're feeding into it, and it kind of grows in size a little bit, and the electric cage grows with it as well. Eventually, once you guys sort of hit that last final like crescendo note that then fades off, you see that it fills that egg almost totally with your sparkling power additions. It kind of flares out for a second and then sinks into the gem. And you guys see that the gem kind of it doesn't shudder or crack, but it does seem somehow to just, it feels different. And you then see that the aura is gone, even though it's out of the thing. It's out of the lead box and still floating. The aura is completely gone now. And then it's almost like you feel this thing pulse. And a stranger aura that you haven't actually seen it do yet, that looks almost like a deeper blood red than the spots on it. It kind of pulses like that around it, and Drax and everybody else, of course, sees the cage around it kind of starts to crackle much more strongly. And as that aura kind of pulses, the cage of electricity kind of bends and shifts with it. And where that aura sometimes will overlap with like a bit of the lightning cage, it turns almost like a deep purple in there for just a second before it kind of goes back. So I need you all very quickly to make me a con save.
Yeah.
Well,
You
you're
are
you're,
within reach.
you're close to your paladins.
Yeah,
So is
Yeah,
it a
you
plus
know,
4?
this
additional +4.
I
Oh
got an
my fucking
unnatural
God.
20. Oh,
What happened?
My poor, poor girl.
9.
I clicked the wrong thing. You know what?
I knew I was gonna get blasted. It's fine.
Okay, that's
14.
I'll take that.
Including
have
the
a
plus.
bad-
This is what
and-
happens when you promise a god you're gonna free him. You're gonna get blown across the field. It's fine.
Oh, I will take that.
Does- If it is like a physical thing, does Sierra have any benefit from the fact that I was right there ready to breathe?
9, 10 is. I think it was a 10 that I got. That's still really fucking low.
It's not so much
17
a
plus
a
7.
physical thing. It's not like an explosion or anything. But basically, if you've
24.
got a 14 or below, real quick, raise your hand for me. 1,
No.
2. Okay, just the 2. Okay.
Yeah.
It's I'm not gonna lie. It's also interesting to me that the 2 that have deities related to life and death specifically. this is what happens to.
I didn't roll for Sutha, but I figure she's so far back, she's fine.
That's fair.
And she has the con of a god.
yeah.
You guys are gonna take some damage from me.
Lay it on me.
If it's radiant, you resist it anyway.
Yeah. If it's necrotic or radiant, I'll be resistant.
Which is good. So that's what I said, right? Yes. Okay. So 13. Okay, so you're each gonna take 13 necrotic damage for me, or half that if you have resistance. So 6 if you have resistance. As it's kind of like that aura like flares out a little bit and pushes at the constraints of that cage. It's not able to get out as far as it wants to. You can feel that it's kind of limited, but in response to its attempt to expand further, you can feel everybody is able to kind of feel this odd like draining sensation. For some of you, you're able to shake it off a little bit more easily for whatever reasons of your own, maybe just strength of will, maybe just like, I ain't fucking with that shit, what have you. But I think it just impacts the 2 that have a deity with a domain related specifically to life and death. I think it just impacts you guys a little bit more strongly.
Not to mention, I'm right on the fucking stone, so.
Yeah, you're just like right up home. So it ends up kind of actually getting a little like out of you, and you just feel a little bit weaker, thus, the HP drain. So yeah, and this is not a permanent or like long lasting one. It's just a suck for the time being. So it does that, and the red flares a little bit brightly, but then it's almost like in response to that, the cage sort of crackles and sizzles, and you guys can just smell that ozone. And Drax and Sierra specifically, because y'all are like right up on it.
I'm sure the heat is.
Oh yeah, it has this intense heat to it, and you can feel your like the arms, the hair on your arms like raising, and on the back of your neck, and all the little short hairs on your head also just like. So yeah. So yeah. But it does that, and you can feel that the song is still there. It's a little bit, it's pulsing a little bit more intensely, but it looks like you guys are doing sort of something to interfere with it, and this really ragged sound, which sounds strange because you know it's coming from a god because it's Lathander's voice, but he says from inside the stone, you can kind of hear this like slight echo to his voice as he kind of manages to say, and it sounds like it's hard to speak again. You can hear him say, again, I can almost get out. So,
Let's keep going.
One more time.
Here we go again.
Again!
so everybody, again, with advantage, roll me either for performance or arcana.
I'll go.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
22. I got a 22.
I find you fucking
Oh.
For fuck's sake! Okay, I have to do Susan
fine
as
with
well. Let's see if the real gang fails again, because so far Sierra and David have.
the rogue gang.
Yeah,
Gang, gang.
I gotta get Suthis
Okay.
back up again,
My
see if she does
first
better.
one sucked. My advantage helped.
Do we have advantage on this one again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and
18.
Yeah, I'll take the 18 I rolled the first time, and not the 3. So yeah, I'll go with the 22 total.
so
Oh wait, hold on. Zinc can help you guys.
Sierra, sorry, Sierra, what was your final number?
Hold on, I'm getting Suthis as well.
Sierra's was 9.
Oh my god, Sutha got a dirty 20.
Whoa.
Woo!
Yeah, I got a 9 for mine.
She
Okay.
found the note this time.
I can help somebody too.
And Darren, what did you get?
17.
I think
Cool.
Sierra is just a little drained from having some life force sucked out. She's just like, I can't keep doing, guys.
Yeah, Brian, if you want to roll and see if you can give Sierra a hand, you're more than willing. Or is that what you're gonna do with the Ben Luck thing?
Who's Brian?
Oh, God. Lord help me. Zinc, if you want to bend luck and see if you can give Sierra a hand, you are more than capable.
Yeah, I can bend luck.
Yeah.
Who needs it?
Sierra.
Sierra.
I can do 1. +4.
Nice.
13.
Oh,
Yeah.
son of a biscuit.
Well, Florma, what was your final number? I think I've heard everybody else's. Lordma.
17. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Okay, cool. In that case, you guys will be happy to know the DC was 12, so you have all passed.
Hey!
Hey. So yeah, so you guys join your voices together. You join sort of your magics together, and you can almost. And this time, when the sparkles sort of come out in response to the song, they're that deep kind of, they're that flashing kind of white blue. They look like almost like tiny blue fireflies this time. And they swirl and circle around this thing and kind of make a larger, almost like a miniature like star field around it. And then each one of those ends up just shooting a tiny lightning bolt like at the gem, still trapped within that cage. And each one of them, just everywhere it hits, there's another little like crackle, 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 and it actually cracks the physical stone inside. And the final crackle that goes off is when that last crescendo and then ending note happens, and the gem just fucking into basically dust. Large dust, but dust. So if you are within 10 feet of it, which I think is just Sierra, Darren, and Drax, y'all make me a dex save real quick.
Wait, who's making deck saves? Me?
You, Drax, and Darren.
We
Okay.
just destroyed
Y'all are
it.
like,
So I have a +12 with the paladins nearby.
Is this a dex thing that I can see? Obviously.
yeah,
Be-
because you
because-
see the gem smash.
Yeah, so I get advantage on that one.
What happened?
So I have a +12. I rolled a natural 2. 14.
Well,
Well, it wasn't a natural one.
Oh, I ordered food, yeah. I'll be right back.
Wait, what'd you get, Sarah?
I think he muted.
Sorry, am I pulling her out of the way?
You can definitely try. Yeah.
My dex save before anything from the paladins is 27.
Fair.
Whew.
I think in that case you can react enough to maybe like give her a little like push or duck an action. And I could see that either being enough to straight up just give Sierra advantage on it, or it might have the damage that she takes depending on like what the roll is. So Sierra,
What?
Darren ruled high enough that he's going to be able to assist your roll of like duck. So you can advantage on it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll again. Oh, you whore! 4 plus 12, 16.
I can find luck again if you need it.
I am,
Nah.
I'm switching to physical dice for the rest of the night. Fuck you, D&D Beyond.
There. Y'all pass. You're good. So y'all are able to just like hit the fucking ground, as these little pieces just kind of shower over top of you and like settle down. There's a few like larger shards that are maybe the size of like your pinky nail that kind of land around. Which Sierra, they also land like near you. So if you want to scoop up some, you can. I don't know if you want to roll an impulse on that, but you do see a shiny.
I'm sorry, I completely blanked out again. What? Sorry, I was watching a woman get roasted on Facebook.
You the thing shatters into a bunch of different little shards.
The stone itself?
Yeah.
I ain't touching that shit.
No, it's fair. I just want to let you know some of them land in front of you. I didn't know that you were a rock baby, so.
She's just like, I ain't fucking with that.
So.
Not today, Satan. You tempted me once. You ain't doing that shit again.
So when you guys stand up, as you're standing up, you're actually able to see that the even the larger shards that y'all saw just kind of continue to crumble and crumble and crumble until eventually it's just dust and there's nothing else kind of left. And as y'all like maybe come to your feet, dust off, look around at each other, the electric cage is gone. The box is still there, just chilling. It's completely undamaged. There's a little bit of dust in it from some of the pieces, but that's about it. And as y'all are looking around, you notice that there's kind of this goldish glow coming from just above y'all. So if you tilt your heads back, you can see this very, very unusually thin for a deity, especially, but a thin deity who looks a lot like some of the artwork that y'all saw of Lathander. Lots and lots of gold sort of all over. Like he's got like sun golden skin, like that dark, like wheat gold kind of hair, brownish gold eyes, that whole kind of thing. Even his clothes are in various shades of that. He's got like a little side at his side for wheat. He's got like some wheat tucked into like a pouch kind of thing. That looks like it's just always there because God. But yeah, but he looks very thin. Like he looks like somebody who hasn't. He looks like somebody who had a hard winter and not a lot in the storage bin. Like he just kind of looks a little gaunt almost, which is weird because I don't think anybody has ever seen a god that looks specifically like that maybe wasn't directly related to some of the darker death domains kind of thing. So yeah, but he's actually like, he's floating, but like standing up and is kind of like doing like a little bit of this and is just kind of like,
I have hands.
And he kind of like does a really big stretch and like just reaches as far as he can. And then he kind of just like looks up at the sky, sees the sky, tilts his head back and just lets out this huge just whoop of like, yay. So yeah, he's pretty happy.
200 years will give you such a crick in the
neck.
I had to. It was right there.
Good.
Right there. So yeah, So he kind of breathes deeply a couple of times and then like settles back down. And you can kind of see like as he settles, he looks and there's a little bit of like scorching almost on some of the grass around like where the cage had been. And he kind of kneels and focuses and puts his hand out, and you can see that it glows very faintly, and like a couple of new shoots pop up, but it doesn't completely erase the damage. But he tried, and he kind of like stands and shakes his hand. Well, I had hoped, but I've not been at my best. Thank you for getting me out of that damned gem.
You're welcome.
If you require assistance getting home, I have a spell that can take us to your plane if you know the name, if you know of its name. You might be able to recuperate better there.
I believe I have enough in store, and even if I do burn myself out, I will just go straight back there. However, I did want to offer you something in return for freeing me. That is, as you can imagine, quite a favor I would owe, if you would say. I know I can't do much right now. I do have enough that I can draw up some limited knowledge of places or things as they are currently occurring that I can give to you. Or I may be able to imbue a piece of jewelry with something for you to call upon a similar favor at a later time. But each of you will have this option if you so choose.
So each of us have an option for either knowledge or a favor in the future.
Yeah. So that's the basic thing. He's not all-knowing or anything like that. He does have some enhanced info about like his specific domain that he can kind of tap into. And he'll give you what he can. But it's not all powerful. You know, think like very limited wish spell, I guess. Or he'll imbue something so that you can call upon a favor of that kind later. Whether that be, you know, you need some kind of bonus or some kind of help in like a dire situation, or you like really need information about somebody like immediately kind of thing. But yeah, so I figure for everyone that's going on, since we've got like sort of a circle of people here, I think he's going to probably turn first to Sierra, since she put him in the box. I believe I'll start with you. And of course, if you don't want to speak here, we can go with small distance.
I honestly went into this not expecting any sort of repayment, so you don't have to give me anything.
I'm not one to leave my debts unpaid. And this was quite literally an existence rectifying favor that you've done. So,
Why are you just as bad?
let's get some salt and like just kind of like sprinkle it around your neck.
I mean, I'm salt, so. Oh, you fucking whore! I rolled an 8, then I rolled a 7.
Oh!
The dice just aren't on my side tonight.
Oh, and I'm sorry.
Perhaps just a favor in the future.
Very well. He kind of he closes his hand, and there's a little glimmer, and opens it back up, and there's just like a plain gold band in there, and he just passes it over to you.
Okay.
It has like the little symbol of Lathander kind of carved into the top.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what finger you put it on, it is a perfect fit.
Pinky
That's
finger.
Pinky.
Pinky ring. I'm putting that in my equipment. Lathander pinky ring.
For future favor.
For future
So
favor.
yeah. I think then he'll turn to Drax, since Drax's band was another one that was very helpful. And for you?
Come to me last, please.
Very well. Darren, you're next closest, so I'll turn to you.
I've hardly done a thing to help you here.
You still did.
There's nothing I can think of at the moment.
Very well. And you also will get a band.
Okay.
Honestly, sorry, I think he said like one little thing, like anybody who goes up against what that guardian was made of with their own grit, determination, and some throwing knives deserves something. Because you're basically the only like real non-magic person here, because even Zupa has magic now. You're the Sokka.
It was so funny considering his father.
When does Suda have magic?
She's done some stuff with it. It's
no, yeah, she has like speak with animals, which is like, yeah.
So yeah, I think next out from there, honestly, it might just be Zinc, because I think Zinc was like next. He's just kind of going out from the middle here. So Sutha will probably be last. In which case, like for now, we'll put that she has that ring. But if she wants to have asked him a question, then I can give her that instead later. So that's an open thing that we can retcon at that point. Zinc, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm really small.
You've also vanished into the background of your background image.
I'm snacking. I didn't want to show you guys about
God.
ravenous.
So yeah, I think he'll turn to like the next person, and then kind of remember and glance down. Yes.
Wait,
And
how tall is Lathander? Like
he's like 7 feet tall. He's a fucking god. He's huge.
Oh
hi.
Basically, he's a foot, or he's currently a foot taller than Sutha or Devotion.
Yeah, he big.
Can I just ask that you you just protect the queen?
Of this kingdom?
Yeah, the one who the rightful queen, not the one who's trying to usurp her. And he'll use magic to like create an image of her.
Yes, I have been up for a while. I wasn't aware this kingdom could have a usurper. Either way, that is the favor you wish to have?
Yeah, I don't need anything for myself. I'm good.
As you wish.
Oh, actually, I have a favor to ask of you that's not a favor, but it's a favor. Do you need, like, followers? Because I've never met a god, and I didn't really... I mean, I knew about them, but I didn't really believe and like I can see you now, and you're here,
And now you're here.
and we're friends, and
Well,
The reaction to seeing a god is recruit me.
yeah, I mean, like, because gods get their powers from the faith of the people that follow them, right?
this is true. I do have a small sect that's located here, but I don't know how many of them will be willing to continue once they return to their senses. If you are willing to handle a god that will be limited for a time, I won't object if you choose to take on the faith.
Yeah, as long as I don't turn into that blob monster thing.
You will not. I believe that was a side effect of what the gym demands as part of its needs for those sworn to protect it, quote unquote.
Okay. All right. Well, you're my god now, so yay! I'll tell the people in town that you're not responsible for the craziness, you know.
I think-
Sierra is trying not to facepalm at this.
Look, people can have their whatever relationship they want with their I guess things is just a little more unusual.
So, is he still floating in the air, or is he like on the ground?
He's on the ground now.
Oh, Zink is gonna hug him.
Well, you're gonna hug his shin.
Yeah, like the one of his legs. I'm glad we got you out of there.
I am as well. Thank you again. Well, walk in the light. He kind of says that as like a standardized kind of goodbye thing. So there you go.
Walk in the light.
Flortma, you're up next.
I like the idea of a god owing me a favor.
We're just gonna take the fucking ring. All right, nope, you get a ring. Alrighty, cool. And he kind of nods politely and says, I haven't seen a follower of a, well, actually, of a Anubis or the Raven Queen for quite some time up here. You're a very unusual bunch, to say the least.
Yes.
I'm thankful.
It's
Thankful.
it's a
Just-
lot to it's a lot to unpack, and we don't have time to do that right now.
I think scooching over further to devotion. Yes, very unusual.
Yeah, the Rosie kind of struggles, is like, that's one word for it. He kind of looks towards his hand. You don't get to ask him for anything. He just kind of look. He's just kind of like, I don't think I could do anything for you anyway, but.
Well, your hand's covered, so yeah. I think
Yeah.
he like subconsciously kind of steps over to your other side to talk to you, and like it seems to be, without realizing it, really like keeping a distance from the hand that Loki's in. But anyway,
Yeah, he'll kind of like.
and for you,
There are things I wish to ask that I don't know if you know. Things I need to do that require answers that I haven't been able to get from my own God. But
I can only really answer one at this time with what I have available.
I'll hold on to my favor and ask one more of a personal nature to yourself. A simple request that is only upon you to accept or deny. It may take time for you to make it that decision.
Mhm.
to kind of look and just kind of glance to everyone else and then looks up at him. Forgive them. Those like Dante. If he had not been indoctrinated the way he had, if they had not driven him to that, I think he would have been worthy of your champion. But I have seen what happened to him too many times. I don't think he deserves to be punished for eternity, but that may not be up to you. It's more of a personal request than anything. If I don't know if you would have any sway with the Raven Queen this in their current state, but she will see them in time. The original ones who threw you into that stone, not talking about them. They deserve whatever fate they got.
They're long gone anyway.
But I feel as though their successors didn't truly understand what they had done. And by the time they did, it was too late.
Such is the way of mortals, it seems. I don't know that I have any sway now, but the Raven Queen is known for being as fair and as fair and just as.
You get to sit in the corner. You
situation
can't behave yourself. My phone keeps going off. You get to. Yes, I know.
That was the Raven Queen texting Lathander. You talking about me?
You talking shit?
Hey, baby, let's go get brunch soon, girl. Now that you're free.
I helped.
It's an egg, Benny. Anyway, I can't speak for what will happen to him going forward, as that's outside of my realm. But Raven Queen is known for being fair and just for the judgment of any, as would Anubis, should they stray over toward his path as well. I will think on your words, but it will be a good long time before I feel comfortable in the world of immortals for more than a few moments at a time, and before I elect to start a new generation of temples.
I understand. As far as my question, he'll take a locket out from his armor and kind of stare at it. There is someone I must find. And they have been blinding those who they know are aligned with me they've blinded her from the sight of many. But perhaps you might be able to see something.
Very well. Who is it?
Her name is Anya. Anya Graveheart. She is my wife. I don't know what happened to her. I know who took her, and I know who has done my family harm. But they are well guarded against the sight of many. And I will have to go after them both, and many more. All I can do is hope.
I can attempt to locate her, or at least a general area. As I've said, my power's not what it had been in the past, but I can try. He closes his eyes and kind of tilts his head back, and there's a little warble of wind that kind of like swirls around just him specifically, that doesn't seem to touch anything else. He kind of furrows his brow a little bit and tilts his head to the side, kind of like he's listening. And eventually like blinks, glances over. Whoever has her has done a very interesting thing with their personal wards. It's very difficult to see her, but I can make out a fuzzy image. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's because of what they've done that the image is so fuzzy, but it I do see something. It seems to me that she's being held somewhere to the southwest of here. The cities have changed a bit. I can't pinpoint it exactly. It looks like I'm getting a sense of magic around there. It may be one of the larger cities, but she looks to be in a room of some kind.
But is she alone? You said the one that's with her is the one that is making everything fuzzy.
It looks to be that she's in the room alone. It looks like a cell of some kind.
There's this. The expression devotion has is kind of twofold. He's piecing together she's probably in some sort of dungeon. So there's a flare, or like a flex of his hands of instinctive anger. But then there's a very soft smile. And he nods his head. Thank you. You've given me hope. And that is all I can ask.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
So I think he's going to give you a nod, and then he's going to scooch on over to Isla, who I think is the last one for like active talking. So Isla, he's going to sort of look down and goes, yes, the one with the very lovely voice. What can I do for you?
Could I speak to you privately, just a few steps away?
Of course. Each one of his steps is like 5 of yours.
Right. She's going to take a very deep breath and go, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had no idea that you were in there, and I had no idea that you would be forced to make this happen for me. I didn't know.
Yes, you were the recipient of the last ritual that they did. I see. That that was something of their own creation that got twisted by what the gem demands to keep itself active and protected. It's something that you can channel into a different avenue because of the fact that life force is what makes up that barrier. It's why it's so specific as to who and what can communicate within it. I don't hold you with any, I don't regard you with any ill will. You were not the one who set that ritual into motion. You are not the one that offered up your life to make it happen. You are not the one that twisted what my church stands for in order to. I accept your apology, though I don't believe there's any reason for it. And I believe out of anyone to have received those, you definitely have my vote as worthy.
She's like tearing up. like trying not to cry desperately. I want to cry, but my foundation was $48. Yeah, but she'll just like hang her head and just go,
Thank you. What they did to you was very unfair. And I'm very glad that you're free now.
As am I. Very much. I look forward to returning to the divine plane once I have concluded.
I won't keep you any longer. I won't ask for much. Maybe just some knowledge later on. I don't know it now.
He again does a little and gives you like the really pretty band. And again, it fits any finger no matter which one you put it on. But yeah. Any kind of like,
I'm gonna move on.
And then Drax is gonna sort of like, it takes like, 3 steps for him. You are last, as requested.
This one, can I discuss in private with you, please?
Very well.
I will be taking a favor, but I want to ask if the favor is possible once you return to the divine plane and recuperate your strength.
Sorry, that was really quiet. One more time.
So, I wish to ask a favor of ask a favor of you, but I want to ascertain first whether it's possible after you've recuperated in the divine plane.
Sorry, just to make sure I understand. You want to ask him for something, but you want to potentially save it for after he gets back?
But so Drax is gonna go. What I'm asking is if you're able. My birth parents. My birth parents are dead, and I would ask that 5 minutes with them. But I know that that's not the power you have in your current state. So I was wondering if it's possible to ask for when you regained your strength.
That is
I know it's a big ask, and it's a very, very big ask, but
that is something I will need to discuss with the main death deity of this plane, or of this kingdom specifically, which is the Raven Queen. I and he kind of glances over at like the ragtag group of you. I believe she may be willing to discuss it. But you are correct. This would be something to happen later, and you may in turn owe the Raven Queen a favor, a task at some point later in return.
Thank you. I don't know. Like, I'm sure you'll find some way to let me know whether it's possible or not, or whether the Raven Queen will tell my sister whether it's possible. But it is a big ask, but it's very important to me.
Very well. I'll tell you what. And he kind of like concentrates. And this time, whenever he makes a ring, it's this very pale like white gold as opposed to normal gold. And it's still got his symbol on it, but it's got a double circle around it instead of like the typical one. Yours is specific. If I find that I'm not able to do so, because again would be a joint effort, I will I will transform that into a standard gold as I give the rest that you can, and you will have your answer that way. If it's something that I find I can do, that will have a raven's feather engraved at a later time. And at that point, you can very well work with the Raven Queen's cleric to establish once she's deemed it time, as it were. She operates under her own schedule, and given that she had one of the two big hands in getting me out, I am fully aware and understanding of that. If you push the Raven Queen, you don't get anything ever, and I've always respected that about her.
Yeah, no, I'm not in the mood to push any god, even my own.
Very well. But I don't have a time frame for you, but I will let you know as soon as I do know something.
I'll keep an eye on it. And I'll slip it on.
Yep. And again, it's no matter what finger you put it on.
Party powers.
Almost everybody took the ring except Devotion, which is kind of what I expected, honestly. And again, Sutha's gonna have her ring until until I have a chance to like check with her. And then we'll see what it ends up being. But yeah. Let's make a quick note.
Hey, Chris, do you have like wind blowing against your microphone?
Yeah, I've got a fan because it kept getting hot. Does it hit the mic?
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Sorry, my ADHD just picks up on it.
Sorry, I thought it didn't because Percy hadn't brought up that it hit, but I guess I may have adjusted the position of it or something.
Yeah.
So I'll just turn up the other one.
Oh, Icarus.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Thor armband still there?
I mean, you still have an armband, but it's definitely just an armband now.
Yeah, okay.
He had imbued it because you had offered it as a thing. So that was an existing thing that you had before.
Okay.
But now it's just pretty metal.
That egg is completely gone.
Yeah, and your egg, because your egg was something completely made by Raven Queen, and it got smooshed. Yeah. But yay.
I would say in the meantime, as Lathander was going around, Sierra does eventually, if there are any little pieces left, swipe up just a couple tiny pieces of bloodstone.
Fair enough. Let's see.
Zing will help, but before Lythander leaves, he's gonna like go to give him one more hug, and then like jump up and squeeze.
She wants to find just 3 like pebbles, decent sized
Yeah.
pebbles.
I think you can find a couple because of the way it's shattered. I think you can find a few that are roughly like, again, like they'd fit like easily on your pinky nail.
Yeah.
But they are like little just hunks. They're not smooth like pebbles. They're kind of
Yeah.
they're a little bit jagged, but you have
Yeah.
plenty of stuff you can like wrap
She
them in if
wants
you
just 3.
Yeah, you got them. No. Okay, neat. Alrighty, so yay. So I think once he discusses with Drax and then you guys come back to the group, he's just he's gonna kind of stand like before all of you and just kind of like bow his head a little bit. Again, I thank you for the service that you have done for me this day. I wish you the best in your travels. I hope that everything else works out as you needed to in this, and if not, you have a little miniature boon, let's say, to hopefully make that more possible.
Sneak attack hug again. Sorry, I just, you know.
I hope you have a safe journey back beyond the Divine Gate.
Oh, I will. But yeah, and with that, he sort of like just sort of does this and leans his head back, and it's kind of like between one breath and the next, he just turns into a bunch of little golden dust motes, and then just shoots into the sky.
Yeah, so you've all met a god now.
You can defend. You know, after you guys.
Does that mean that he would take a holy shit?
Sierra is gonna take 5 steps away from Isla just in case she gets smited.
Zinc is gonna roll on the ground laughing because that was pretty funny.
Drax will literally turn to Isla, grab her face, and this is why I love you.
Ocean just kind of
like-
smiles and like, I mean, if I was stuck in a gym for 200 years, I'd probably have to go too.
1 second.
So,
To be completely fair.
I'm looking at something real quick.
did you,
Sierra will go over to Flortma. Are you feeling alright? Looks like you got hit as well during all that.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'll just
I was gonna say, she rests a hand on your shoulder. I'm gonna use healing hands and restore you 14 hit points. Because I can do that as a cleric.
well, thank you.
I
You're welcome.
think my favorite use of lay on hands, or like a healing hands type spell, is that one DM let me literally slap someone and heal them. just because I was angry at them. It's like, I'm gonna give you lay on hands, but I'm gonna slap you in the face when I do it. And DM's like, technically it's a context spell. Go ahead.
I haven't taken any damage yet. Ow!
Now you have, and now it's healed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I don't know about all of you, but I'm ready to get away from this town.
I was
I
gonna
could use a nap.
say, even though, you know, we just went through an ordeal and met a god, I kind of want to see how the city is doing before we leave.
I think a nap before we do that is certainly a good idea.
You'll have to drag me kicking and screaming to get me back in that town.
I mean, I can teleport you guys if you want to go somewhere else, or if you want to make camp. By the way, the barrier is gone, right?
Yep, barrier is
Yeah.
complete and totally gone. Oh, the box is still there, by the way. Like,
Sierra will take the box, close it, and slip it into Darren's bag of holding.
good shit.
That
Yeah.
will come in handy.
Gotta keep that.
That will come in handy later.
Drax will turn to Sierra. Black Opal?
Black Opal sounds good to me.
And they will turn to everyone else. What are you thinking?
I'm going to stay behind, but I can fly there in a few days. I'm going to see what if I can help get things back in order.
Yeah, Black Opal's just due south from here.
Yeah.
Just be safe, okay?
Of course. There are some areas I need to scout between here and there and a bit out of the way, but I'll meet up with you back in Black Opal.
I say be safe because trouble follows us like stink on shit.
Mm-hmm.
Me particularly. All of you rest. You've certainly earned it.
Off the table, Black Opal does not have a teleportation circle, yes?
It should.
It should, because we've teleported there before.
Yeah.
Does it? I thought I teleported there with teleport. Let me double check, but I don't think Black
I
Opal's one.
thought that was where because the mages from the castle teleported you guys there when you originally went over.
Yeah, they put us on a teleportation circle and put us over there.
See, I thought it did.
Let me double check my.
Unless they just straight up they may have straight up just used teleport and not teleport.
I think they use teleport. The difference is I have to go with them if I cast teleport.
Gotcha.
If I cast teleportation circle, I can just be like, get out of here. Shoot. I'll check the note. Give me like 2 minutes.
I mean, the closest teleportation circle to Black Opal is Mesobarathan, and if you send Sierra there, she will kill you.
Nope, that ain't happening.
If she ever finds me again.
I would not doubt it.
Let's not say it.
I'm pretty sure the kind of hell she would raise down there, the queen would be just like, no, yeah. She's like, the queen walks past, sees Sierra here, like, you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, the new queen is just like, you're not supposed to be here.
Nobody's supposed to be here.
Like looks around like, teleportation circle this way.
Sierra's just half ready to end the line of Durin, but it's dark elf version.
I was about to say, it's just like, what are you doing here? Murder.
Murder.
Judas, no.
So I have access to teleportation circles near Moonstone, in Diamond, which we've never been to, Amethyst Halls, the Twin Cities, which I think we've been.
You got the code from a book, basically. There were some that you just wanted to have.
And Abalone.
Again.
And then Mesobarathan.
Okay.
So I can teleport with you guys to Black Opal and then just teleportation circle close to Moonstone.
You've teleported us to Granite, or was that not teleportation circle?
No, that was just teleport.
Yeah, I think it was. It might be something that y'all can discuss with Sierra's mother to get set up, since she's the premier magic user there.
Sierra in the back of her head, listening to all this, is just thinking quietly, I can always just walk home. This is easier. I can always just walk home.
No, it's fine.
No, she's thinking that. You can't hear it.
Your teleportation or your telepathy snuck out. Telepathy. That's what.
She cuts off all telepathy ties that she has at the moment.
Teleported your thoughts into Zing's brain. So, does anyone want to go to Black Opal as well? You guys can spend the night there and recuperate at the inn with the pie.
Black Opal.
Oh, they have good pies.
You know you want to come back.
I'm assuming, because Sarah said she had to step away from home. I'm assuming wherever Sierra's going, Darren is following.
Yeah.
Florma, what are you gonna do?
I want to get the hell away from this place.
Okay. So is everyone going except for devotion?
Seems it.
Suta, what do you think? Oh, I think I'm going to go with you guys because I'm not here, so.
Yes. I'm gonna assume that Sutha does not want to stay behind with devotion, so yes,
No.
Sutha's going back. Since we don't want to have a murder on our hands.
Murder.
Judas.
Okay, devotion. Well, I guess I'll meet you at the camp.
Something like that. I'm
If
gonna
you
do
don't
a
mind
quick
waiting,
fly.
if you don't mind waiting, I'll go with you into the town. It'll just take me a little bit to get back.
I'll start packing everyone. I'll start packing stuff up.
Okay. Or if you want to, we can camp there tonight and go back to Black Opal tomorrow.
I want to make sure that the mayor didn't leave any mess.
Oh no, yeah, I'm gonna come back and help with that.
Oh, I'll meet you back there.
Okay, I'll be back in like an hour. It's no big deal. All right, guys, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Okay.
You ready, kids?
If you left anything at the camp, we'll bring it tomorrow. All right, I need everyone a little closer. A little bit closer. A little closer. Sneak attack group hug.
Oh.
You guys are amazing. I just, I want to tell you all we're all still together.
He'll kind of rustle his hair a little bit.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hat of disguise.
Ilo will grow forget-me-nots and pluck one and put one behind his ear.
Oh, thanks, Isla. For what it's worth, I would have done everything again just to restore your sight. So
I love you.
I love you too. I love all of you guys. You're like my family. And one of our BFFs is a god now, so that's pretty cool. All right, you guys can. You don't have to squeeze each other while I cast this, and he's gonna do the thing. The wall of runes goes around us, and then we bamf out, leaving devotion in the field.
All by myself.
Okay. So, in that perspective, I think now's a good time for a little mid-thing break. That way everybody can go bathroom, maybe grab a snack, what have you, and then we come back and do the rest of the story. We'll see what goes down. So yeah, be right back. I know I have to go.
Break.
Small break. Oh.
Right. Yep. I may be a little bit of a while because I want to make some ramen because I'm fucking hungry.
Okay. How's Jen Mom doing?
She's good. We went to a German restaurant for dinner, and we had really good beer and really good food, and I ate everything on my plate, and it was a big plate, so I was very full.
Yeah. You've been doing the superhero workout, so
Yes.
you need the proteins.
Ow. Ow.
You
Yeah,
remind
there it
her, Jose's like, ah, pain. Ow.
Ah. Ow.
I'll be back.
It's been great. Today was leg day.
Mm.
So, the first time that I did leg day, my legs were paralyzed for like 3 days straight. So, I went a little easier on myself this time because I have work tomorrow. At work, I'm going up and down staircases all day. So, I'd rather not hurt my legs really bad.
That's fair.
But yeah. But the superhero workout is going good. I can't show it right now because my sleeves won't let me. But the muscles here in my chest and the biceps are really coming along. Like, hey. Yeah. So I'm excited. Going to get strong.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I tried to fix my sleep schedule yesterday. I woke up at like 10:30 or something. I was like, yay, I'm finally waking up at a normal time. And I didn't fall asleep until like 6 a.m. I was like,
ain't that the truth?
This is not the correction I was looking for.
I'm probably I'm gonna send it to the group chat too. I might head out early tonight again because I have work early tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But on the bright side, next week I'm not working early Saturday morning, so I can stay for the whole thing next week.
Yay.
Dear God.
Well, if you and Drax want to do role play first when we get to Black Opal, I'm okay with that.
Oh. Hmm.
So we're starting to plan a vacation.
Thailand? Thailand?
Yep, Thailand, July or August.
Ooh.
Ooh. You know what?
What?
Does Alaska fly there?
No.
Okay. Because I can get like really good prices on Alaska, Frontier, and I think Spirit. You know, the fun airlines.
I think we're gonna have to fly Cathay or Singapore because we have to fly. We can't fly through Bangkok. We have to fly through Singapore.
Why can't you fly through Bangkok? Do you need to get a visa for that?
Because Bangkok is still closed.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Although it might not be in like 2 or 3 months. Although they just shut France down, I heard.
Thailand, the entire country opens up January 1st. But Phuket, because it's an island, they're trying to open that up to at least get some tourists in.
Okay. I mean, yeah, a lot of countries in Asia, rely on tourism for a lot of their income.
Oh yeah, it's like 20% of their GDP.
Like hospitality is kind of a big deal, Brian. I know you're not aware of that because it's not like you work in a hotel or anything. I miss you guys though. Like, I'm still mad that what's his name made that decision.
Who was it? Chris or
It was the new guy, the new manager in charge.
or
I forget his name. It's like 4 letters.
Mike?
Mike Cass.
Mm-hmm.
It was either him or the other guy.
It was probably Kunal. He's not a great manager.
Oh, I mean, that sounds like it. I don't know. It baffles me because, like, we weren't charging you guys anything, so like there was really no cost for the hotel with the exception of like that one room not being utilized. So I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And we're in like fancier hotels like a Fairmont, so I hate the Fairmont. I mean, I love the Fairmont because we're live, but the staff there are just like not the same.
Yeah. I figured they would be a bit snootier.
I'm not going to use the R word, but we've had issues with our employees of color.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Guys, remember we're live.
Yeah, I know. I said what I said.
Apples.
No, I am excited that things are starting to open up again, and in like another month or two, I think I might get back to like a normal schedule. But until then, I have you guys, and even then, I'll have you guys.
We've actually been getting very busy on the weekends.
Yeah. I mean, as more people get vaccinated, I think people are letting their guard down a lot more easily.
We got up to like almost 50% last week.
Yeah. Oh, I was late to D&D yesterday because there was like traffic and like people out, and like we were like, what is happening? Like we're still only at like 40 to 60% vaccinated. Like why is everyone leaving the house?
When I went to pick up the PlayStation 5 last week at work, traffic on 101 to the bridge was backed up past Cesar Chavez.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think people are just restless. I just, I hope that people can keep it contained until like we get to like just like a few more months, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Speaking about vaccinations, my parents are completely vaccinated now.
Hey.
And
are they
me and Alice are eligible now, and we're getting our vaccination on Monday.
Yay.
The first one. So we're like, yes. I have never in my life been more excited to get a shot. I'm terrified of them, but I'm like, stick me.
I've got an appointment on Tuesday for my first dose, and I'm desperately hoping that I can get one on like the 20th or the 21st, because I have my very carefully planned trip to go see Percy after that. Like their entire family works from the home or takes like extreme precautions when they go out, and they have been like the whole time. And I haven't left my house since 2020, so and I've had a couple of COVID tests just to make sure, like from the time that I did see my family. So, So by the time I see them, I will have had like all the antibodies from the first shot, so I'll still be better off. But yeah, very carefully planned, very safe trip.
Yeah.
I'll be driving, so I won't be interacting with other people except at gas stations where I will have gloves and mask on. So.
I will say though, remember it takes about 2 weeks after the second shot to be completely inoculated.
Yeah.
So just,
no, that's why I'm still taking precautions the whole time while I'm going down. But yeah.
Just like hazmat suit, right?
Basically, I've got disposable gloves and disposable masks specifically to wear to gas stations that I have to stop at along the way, and I'm still going to try and stop as little as possible. So yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be fun. Okay. Yeah. What?
We're jumping back in.
Fine, it's nothing.
Sorry, it's just ADD brain made like noise and it just kept making noise.
I'm going to teleport us like directly in front of the inn/tavern. And if there's people in that space, we'll just land like around them. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking it's like, I don't know, 2 in the afternoon or something by this point. It's not very late in the day. So I'm imagining it's like you guys get there on like the tail end of the lunch rush. And so you guys just sort of appear, but you're just in between a whole lot of other people. All of who are just like, what the fuck? Just
Pies.
It's
I'm so excited.
Okay,
If you
just
like-
a reminder, Sierra has not healed herself from the blast, so she has a bloody nose. She's got like one singular nosebleed
Why
going on.
does Sierra look like a hot mess every time we come to this?
when she has healing magic, and we have 2 people who can use lay on hands
I
to
do
make
have,
it
like,
not a thing.
Listen, she forgets that she can heal herself, okay?
She says after
She's like,
healing
I'm
herself-
more focused on releasing a god than my own physical well-being.
Love it. Zink is going to excuse himself and go just like into the tavern directly to the counter and be like, 10 pies, please.
Oh my god.
Hi. Let me see what I got in the back because lunch just happened. I think we might be a little low.
Okay, just I don't want to eat all your pies, so like half of whatever you have available is fine.
There's a couple of like little clinky sounds, and he's like, all right, and slides like 4 boxes. Like that's roughly half a pie each of what we've got left.
Okay, that's fine. How much do I owe you?
Probably about 5 gold for the lot.
Okay, and I will give him platinum.
Oh my god. It's equivalent of 10 gold. Motherfucker.
You gave me the wrong one. This is.
Oh no, that's fine. It's good to see you again. Bye. And he's gonna take the pies and like walk back outside and like start handing pie to each person.
Go boxes of pie.
Drags will look at the pie and go, oh, how I've missed you.
Feel that shopkeeper though so much. Because as
Yeah.
a server, like on multiple occasions, I'm like, sir, do you realize you're using a 20 to tip me? Do you realize?
Ma'am, this is $100 bill. This is the 100, not a 10. What? Okay.
Sir, this is a Wendy's
You
drive-through.
looked at the money before you handed it to me, and they just laugh. I'm like, I'm not kidding. I don't know why you think I am.
If you think that's bad, someone paid for 2 drinks one time, gave me a 20 and said, keep the change. I'm like, what?
Hold on.
Last time I bartended, 2 guys tipped me $40 because I somehow illegally made them tequila shots and they loved it.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Drac, I'm sorry, Mitch, 2 drinks in
2
San
drinks.
Francisco is like $50. So, I don't know where you're bartending, but
Is that why we didn't go to a club?
Oh my god! Oh my
Drink?
god! Drinks at my bar are $10 a spirit.
Let me put it this way. A pint, a medium glass of wine, and a single shot of liquor and mixer, all of those will fall under roughly about £5 in Glasgow.
Oh fuck you!
I will explain. I will see you soon, sir.
That is unfair.
That's leaking onto the table now because you said that Sierra's gonna take the best fucking pie of the batch before Drax can. Yes,
Just like
yes,
a
I'm
Western
letting
stare-off.
my out of character spite influence this.
Zink is this Zink is gonna take 1/2 pie, and he's gonna be like, okay guys, I'll see you later. I'll be back to pick you kids up tomorrow. Be safe.
You and Devotion stay out of trouble.
We
Please.
will. I mean, I'll try to keep an eye on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll walk away and he'll go cast the teleportation circle like behind the inn, so it's less populated.
Drax will take a box of pie and like share it with Isla and just open it and just wait for that aroma to hit the nose and just be.
It's just
Gimme.
Should probably go let Mom and Dad know that we're all here. Ugh. And Sierra just will take her box of pie and walk to the gem shop.
Yeah,
Drax is eating while walking. Just.
Wait.
Yeah. Also, Drax is gonna say to Sierra, "Wait, did you just call him Dad?"
And we're walking.
I follow Sierra.
Yeah.
Sierra's like haphazardly trying to like wipe the blood stain away from under her nose before her mom beats her with a spoon.
Some pie.
I have some.
We all have our own to-go boxes.
Why would this happen when we all eventually meet up?
We all have a to-go box of pie.
Yes.
Joke's on you. If I get a piece of pecan pie, I ain't sharing it.
I get the feeling when we all meet up, we're all gonna head to Walmart to each buy our own individual pie of varying sizes.
You're not wrong.
Alright.
If you come to San Francisco, we're gonna go to a real pie shop. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Nations.
Alright. Head into the gem shop. See if anyone's there. If not, go into the school. Because I know my mom's a teacher.
Oh yeah. I don't remember what day of the week it is. I want to say it's a weekend. It just kind of like shook out that it's a weekend.
We've lost all concept of time while being in Moonstone.
In game.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So, you guys are walking along and see a couple of kids like here and there, just kind of like and like skating around. Eventually, though, you do get to the gem shop, and Sear's mom is behind the counter. She's inspecting. It looks like probably some new ones that have come in, judging by like some of the boxes and stuff that she's got set up. Because of course you don't really need to like inspect your own merchandise quite that detailed, but new shit that comes in, you want to make sure that it's authenticated the way it's supposed to.
It's a fucking delivery day.
Yeah, it's delivery
Every
day,
Saturday is delivery day.
Yo.
Right? Yeah.
That was amazing.
Welcome to the game, Baphomet.
No. Our DM is Montero.
I don't know that one.
Why do I get the feeling Lil Nas X would make like the most badass fucking D&D character? I feel like he just plays chaotic. No
That's
other
okay.
alignment, just chaotic.
That's a chaotic neutral warlock if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. This is gonna sound so cliche. He plays a tiefling. He makes the most badass tiefling out there in my eyes. All right, I head into the shop. I don't even fucking knock. I'm just like, Either way, I'm getting hit with a spoon, so.
So yeah, boop-a-doop-a-doop. So you go in, you go in the door, the little tinkle tinkle sounds from the bell that's over top of it. I imagine it's like Sierra first, then Darren, then everybody else.
Yup.
So it's just like tinkle, tinkle, ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. And Mom glances up, what on Sarah? And she comes around the side of the thing. I think it's only been a few days since you last saw her, so she doesn't have any big differences.
Yeah, she got no baby bump improvement.
Yeah, no. But yeah, so she comes around and comes up and gives you like a big old hug.
I give her a hug back. Careful, because I'm one hand holding a box of pie.
And she like tosses over her shoulder like, Adrian, Ari, come see who's here. And
Ari.
Oh, it's an old pet name.
I'm gonna pretend I did
You can
not...
sense him across the kingdom. Devotion goes.
Sierra just deeply inhales. I'm gonna pretend I did not hear you say that.
But from the kitchen comes Raquiel, and he's got he's got like a little apron on and some like flour kind of dusted on him.
Gerald and Rivio's baking cookies right now, motherfuckers! My dad bakes cookies. It's canon.
I'm loving this so
I'm
much.
missing this, and I'm sad.
You chose to stay behind in the Devil Town, all right?
Wait.
Anna, please feel free to draw this if you wish.
Wait. I need to make an impulse roll.
Oh no.
Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, so like I said, he comes in with like, and it's your mother's apron, like you recognize it very, very easily. But dusted in flour.
Sierra visibly snorts.
Yes. Hello. I
Hello.
hadn't expected you back quite so soon. And he like kind of cocks his head to the side and takes a breath and lets it out. Sierra. And he like just do and just taps you on the nose and it's just completely gone. Everything's fine. You get the hit points back.
Thanks, Dad.
You do know you can do that yourself now.
I'm not that smart, all right?
At that point, Drax audibly snorts.
I will elbow Drax in the rib. Right as he takes a bite of pie, I elbow him in the rib.
She'll pat Drax on the back.
And Adrian then kind of trails out of the kitchen with Bismuth, and he's got just a big old like chocolate chip cookie just like in his mouth. And he sees and goes, Sierra, and runs around, big old hug, whole thing. But yeah, it's very cute. He also will give hugs to anybody else who's present that also wants one, because of course he does. And she's sort of like looking at all of you guys. You all, you look the same, but something about you feels a little different. Is it just
I can see now.
Oh my goodness, you can.
Isla gets her sight back. The first visage of my father for her is he's wearing a pink apron and he's covered in flour.
Which is why I made the impulse roll. So she sees him and goes like, oh, that's kind of like, oh, so that's her dad. The other half would have been, whoa.
Yeah, the dilf in a pink apron.
It didn't happen. She rolled low, so she's fine.
To quote Sam Wilson from Infinity War, well, this is awkward.
Awkward. But yeah, I can see now. And it's so nice to actually see you.
Goodness gracious, I hadn't imagined that they would actually be able to do anything over there. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Well, I've heard some tales about that town. Is it quite as unsettling?
Unsettling is an understatement, Mother.
We are going to need drinks to tell that story.
Oh, well, lucky for you, I just found a wonderful little stash of a Scotch barrel that apparently had been hidden quite a while ago from somebody who used to live here who doesn't anymore. Some big brute. Anyway, just sort of like turns, goes into the pantry, comes back with like a little miniature cask. And she goes, well, of course I can't have any, but the rest of you can.
I'd gladly take a glass of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
You know, I need a glass too.
Very well. She's gonna hand out these really lovely, like cut crystal glasses.
Ooh, she's bringing out the fancy glasses.
Yeah.
My mom's the shit.
They're all tinted like very faintly, like they're not just clear crystals. They're like tinted very faintly. A couple of different colors. Most likely, it's like a set that's made from the crystals that you can find in Crystal Lake, which are just. They're very pretty. They're very nice. They have that like clarity to them, but they're not overwhelmingly like worth anything because they're so pale and washed out. But it makes really pretty effects for glassware, crystalware, whatever. Anyway, so she's gonna pass that out to anybody who wishes to have one, and just like pop the little thing on the keg so that you can pour it. I don't know what the hell it's called.
Stopper.
That. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That thing. The whatsy whoozy.
As soon as Sierra gets her drink, she does not hesitate to down it.
Been that kind of a day, or a few days, I see.
We freed a god 5 minutes ago.
You did what?
As she holds her glass out, I need another.
Refill.
She gets fucking. This is big glasses too, like decent sized glasses, and Sierra's shooting these like it's nothing right now.
Oh God, it's been a day. It's been a week.
Yeah, I predict in the next minute she's gonna be drunk. Just warning y'all.
What liquor is this again?
Some sort of scotch that Ferris would hide around the house.
Drax takes a swig. Well, I put hands on your chest.
Woo! You don't drink it for the taste, you drink it to get drunk.
Darren is sipping it.
I believe I feel something.
Most of the time working in bars, it's just like, okay.
Darren's just like, my girlfriend's an alcoholic.
Drax will pass a glass over to Isla.
This bitch ain't afraid today. Natural 20, she fucking down in this shit. Damn.
Drax is looking at it in astoundment.
Yeah, she just goes, cool. Just downs it.
Sierra is going to stagger over to the door of the shop, flip the "We're open" sign to "We are closed," lock the door, dining room. I could discuss it there, and she's gonna pour a third glass on her way and just head to the family dining room in the back of the shop.
They definitely follow. Your mom also gets like a basket of bread and like warm cheese and stuff to bring in. It looked like maybe it was like a snack that they'd already kind of been preparing. And the cookies. Raquel takes the apron off and leaves it in the kitchen and kind of dusts most of the flour off of him. He still has a little smudge like right on his forehead that he can't see.
Do I see it?
Of course.
I just go.
As I follow Sierra into the other room, I'm just going to like do the slight half noogie, half hair ruffle to Adrian as I walk past.
You should have the cookies. Ari's got really, really good at baking. Like, really good.
Sierra just mumbles her breath. Can they stop calling him that? I've just met my dad. I don't like this nickname.
As Drax walks past Adrian, he'll kind of tap on the opposite shoulder. Like, you do that whole reach around, tap on the shoulder.
What? One day I'm not going to fall for it. And then you'll be sorry. I'm just going to go, woof.
But today is not that day, Adrian.
Careful, Drax. He's probably learning Fireball as we speak.
Well, Mom did leave her book out.
Like, Drax will turn to Laurel. You leave your magic books out for him.
I didn't, actually. But somebody likes to tell tall tales about how somebody got grounded for a week by trying to look into my book.
Ha!
So I'm very upset.
You just hear a loud ha from the dining room.
When Isla walks past him, she'll like brush his hair like back like from his eyes, and a blue flower grows right there.
Ooh, I like that one. Yeah. Your eyes are different.
They are. I can actually see you now.
Oh, that's so cool. Look at business.
Multi-chromed Persian cat. No.
Ooh,
Ragdoll. A multi-chromed ragdoll cat.
I feel like he's still young enough that that's the first thing of like, you can see cool things. I have to show you the cool thing. Look at the coolest thing I have.
Meow.
Imagine Bismuth is just being held there and it's just like
It's
has
like,
this,
meow.
just this look of reluctant indifference.
He's got the soul of a crotchety 80-year-old man.
So
Remember he's-
cute. She'll give him all the attention and all that kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a good old time. The kitchen table or the dining room table I think is just big enough to hold everybody. And Laurel sets out like a bunch of the snacks and stuff that they'd prepared, and some of the things that are on little basically like little magic heating pads that she's kind of perfected over the years, so that you can put your warm food on them and it will stay at that temperature.
Magic hot plates.
Yeah, basically. Because I figure if you can tweak and like adjust anything, like why wouldn't you do that? She does the same thing in the summertime with like cool things and stuff like magically make little ice cubes. Yeah. So what's this about a god?
And at this point, Sierra is slowly sipping her third scotch. So
Now she's slowly sipping.
Because the first two are starting to hit her now. She needs to be drunk to tell this. So, basically what happened was when we went to Moonstone, really strange barrier surrounding the entire city that when you walk in, messes with your mind, puts you in a very relaxed state. Is that the best way to say it?
Forced calm, I believe, was the light.
Forced calm. Yeah, that's what it was.
I didn't like it.
Good news, we found a temple in town, Temple Lilithander, that was able to help Isla regain her eyesight back. Bad news, same temple held one of the elite gems, which held the god Lathander himself inside of it. For 200 years, I had to calculate that in my head. Worst news, they were probably doing this for really selfish reasons. That's probably been lost over the past 200 years, but they kept up with the same practice, and it was affecting the whole town because it's a stone self-defense mechanism to put a huge barrier around everything. So, might have broken into the temple and taken the stone and killed some priests along the way. Takes a long sip.
In all fairness, the priests were dicks and sacrificing people to heal others.
That is fair. That is fair. They were not nice people.
Mm-mm.
So,
On a brighter and much happier note, Drax and I are, well, we're engaged now.
Just kind of throwing it out there, like, here's the good thing.
Midway through a sip is like,
Oh my goodness, you've had quite a week. Oh wow, that's
happy endings all around. Engagements, eyesight back. An imprisoned god is now back beyond the divine gate, and I brought presents. And Sierra will reach into her bag and pull out the 3 pieces of the zealot's blood.
Mhm.
Hand one to her mom, one to her brother, one to her dad. You will get a piece of an elite gem. Because it got destroyed. And I was able to salvage these pieces. So, Dad, you can finally hold one in your hand. Cheers.
That's amazing.
And she downs the rest of her drink when she's done.
So it's gone completely inert once a god.
Yeah.
Where are your other 2 friends? The tall one and the short one, the tall red one and the short one?
They stayed behind to help try to get the city back in order. The Queen's sending in the realm guard as well to see if the town needs any assistance.
See, this is amazing. And your mom and Adrian are both like looking over at their shards and they're just like, ooh, I've never seen a gem like this. It's amazing. Like that red is almost like the color of blood.
It may look pretty. That fucking gem.
We're drunk now.
At this point, like Drax is just finishing his third.
Sierra, I rolled to check. Sierra's tipsy now.
But that gem has caused a lot of issues. But at least it's pretty.
I unfortunately get the feeling all of the elite gems will cause a lot of issues now.
Almost certainly, especially if they all actually have a deity inside of them. I don't know that many that have disappeared, though. I remember that the temples of Lathander sort of died off, but that's not unusual for deities over time.
That's fair, but around the time the temples of Lathander started to die off was when the zealot's blood was brought to Moonstone. Exactly 200 years ago. Around the same time he disappeared and his temple started to die off.
Right, which if he was contained within a gemstone prison, it's not surprising that he wasn't able to offer his powers to his outlying temples that weren't directly, I guess, connected to him. Either way, well, yes, if these things all either have a deity or something close to a deity in power within them, that would be quite bothersome, especially because we don't really know for sure what the others do.
All I do know is let's not let them fall in the hands of the wrong people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
Sierra's gonna reach across the table and grab one of the chocolate chip cookies that was baked.
Oh yeah.
And start nibbling on it.
Delicious. It's so good. Yeah, I've and he kind of like puts a hand through his hair and he gets a little like mussed up. I found that I really like baking. It's grounding in a way, comforting. It reminds me that I'm still here actively. So.
You ever thought of baking pies?
I haven't moved on to pie yet. I've been starting off simple with cookies.
If you could bake a pie as good as the one that they have in the tavern, you may be my new best friend.
Well, I don't know.
Sierra will look to Drax like,
what? Oh, shut up and eat your cookie. I will, but not because you told me to.
that's basically the expression that's on her face.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
okay.
Drax will get up. If you all will excuse me, I need to head outside. And he pulls out. He gets his pipe out. I don't want to do it inside, so.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. It's been a little troublesome lately because I'm at that stage where certain smells that didn't bother me before suddenly hit harder, and I'd really like to keep the cookies down.
Gotcha. And he'll head outside and have a smoke.
It's still really bad for you.
Why haven't you just stolen that pipe from him yet?
I don't want to be mean.
I'm his sister. I'm always mean to him. Be mean every once in a while.
Well, yeah, you're his sister, so you kind of have the ability to. As I'm his fiance, if I did something like that, it would be seen as mean or controlling, or I don't know.
It's only controlling if you completely forbid him from it. Every now and then you can steal the pipe, though, just to prank him. Or can you like druidcraft to make like flowers grow out of the basin?
I think I might do that later.
You should totally do it. Because I'm not sure the kind of weed he smokes, if it sprouts flowers or not, but I just want to see if it happens. Okay, doing a
I don't
text.
like it her second drink now.
Oh my god, how is this bitch still coherent?
A little extra burst of healing magic earlier, maybe that
Yeah,
helped.
it was probably keeping her from getting really drunk. Darren's just like, how is she still upright?
During this whole conversation, I imagine that Darren is entertaining Adrian with the random thing that we stole off of the body of the creature we killed.
Oh god, with the eye stalk?
He's a wizard. He might find it entertaining.
Oh yeah, no.
It might pull a Medusa and shoot something at him.
I used it to whack a whole bunch of goo. I think it's fine.
Oh my god.
You know, he thinks it's fucking disgusting, but also cool as hell.
Yeah.
He's like, look, see, look. There's still like some nerve responses left. So if you do this, if he like pokes one specific spot and it like blinks.
Darren is just as fascinated.
Am I dating a 120-year-old or am I dating a 2-year-old? I don't know which is which.
Yes.
Yes.
I wonder what would happen if we like zapped it a little, you know?
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
And he kind of looks around and like looks at his fingers. I cannot for the life of me remember if he has a cantrip or something that would let him do that.
Let me check his character sheet real quick. Because, yeah, I have a character sheet for my brother. Also,
If
I'm
he
having
has-
a fucking deja vu moment. I feel like I've witnessed this happen before.
Also, if he has shocking grasp, that's a contact and lightning. So if he has that, then maybe.
Let's see, because he's a level 3 wizard. He's got Firebolt, Unseen Servant, Whole Person. He does not have a Shocking Grasp spell, but I can quickly fix that.
Fair enough.
This is gonna go great. Everyone's having this serious conversation about gods in this whole town that have been cursed for centuries, and we're gonna make shit blow up.
He no longer has Mage Hand as a cantrip. He now has Shocking Grasp.
Amazing. So yeah, so he's gonna sort of look it over and then like clap his hands together and kind of do this, and then like a little like some sparks kind of dance between his fingers. I'm gonna. Can you like kind of tap it so it's facing the wall and nobody
Sure.
else? Okay.
Sure.
I don't want to touch it until I have to. So.
You
Blow a hole through
Maybe
my
a
mom's
little
wall.
too late, but Darren will be like, "That's not the wall that shares with the shop, is it?"
No, it's an outside.
Somehow it's almost worse.
But yeah, so you shifted to face the wall.
Yep.
Okay, and he's gonna do this with his little fingers, and then he's gonna touch like both ends of it at the same time, like kind of like a clear. The fucking eye stalk like quivers and contracts really quickly. The eye blinks, and a little like of whatever the ray is, just like just at the wall. I think you have the paralyzed
I have two.
one. Okay,
Let me see, because I put that as custom items. I have. Oh, it just says woundings. I have the wounding stock and the paralyzing eye stock.
okay, which one were you fucking with? Or do you
I
want me to
just
like
pulled
roll?
one of them out of the bag at random.
Okay, in that case, high or low?
Hi.
Alrighty, so it's the paralyzed one.
Okay.
So it shoots and ends up hitting the wall. There's like a little kind of pale greenish like stain where it hit that like kind of fades a bit over time. But he's just like, whoa, I didn't know it would do that. And your mom turns around and is like, what is happening?
I'm sorry,
What?
Mom. I left my boyfriend unsupervised.
What is that?
Oh, you're certainly welcome to look over it. I'm not really sure. It was some sort of crazy tentacled creature. I don't know. I was actually
Did you-
hoping one of you would be able to tell me, and I'll say that to both Mom and
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah, I rolled, and they're both gonna look at it and look at each other. How many of these did it have?
Four.
Was it a weird floating eye, single-eyed monster thing?
Yes.
Okay, how many of these did it have?
4.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so it wasn't a beholder, so at least there's that. When they have less than that, but they're in certain places, usually kind of like guard, think like really rabid guard dogs. They're called a spectator. So, yeah, good on that. Please don't fire this in my house.
Technically, I didn't.
Sierra's gonna telepathically link to Darren. Stop encouraging my little brother.
Oh,
Adrian, that goes for you too. I know. I thought it would be a really fun little experiment to see if it would actually do anything. Right, but experiments go where? Outside, facing the tree. Exactly. What is this? The dining room. Exactly. So you know what this means? I'm grounded for even longer. Exactly. And I can't ground you. She points at you, Darren. However, there is a wet wash rag in the sink.
I will get up and go.
Sierra mentally tells Darren, "You're grounded."
Take away. No chocolate chip cookies for him.
Drax will come in. I heard something go zoom and hit the wall. What the hell was that?
The point when Darren's standing on a chair with a rag going, what?
What?
Just. And Isla gives him another drink of scotch as she downs her own.
Okay.
I will also say that once I'm done cleaning the wall, I'm gonna take the ice duck outside to the tree.
You can see that this tree has seen better days. There's a bunch of little like pockmarks and divots in it from apparently various experiments, and like some of the grass is kind of scorched around it, and you can see why this is the experiment tree. It's like in the far back, you know, it's not facing anything else. It's facing like a wall of stone. So there's no way that it can like rebound and get anybody else. So yeah.
Did Adrian follow me?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool. We might be cleaning both of the stocks at this point.
And just a note, Sierra's slowly starting to get drunk now. The drinks are finally hitting her. She's just like...
Drax is fine.
Ella's getting tipsy. She's like,
God, I feel so bad
this
for
is
my mom.
great.
Hi, Mom. I need to get drunk and rant about my day.
And you can't participate because you're pregnant.
She can be a very good shoulder to lean on, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
can be good at the talking, not at the drinking.
So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of leave the pleasantly tipsy / drunk tableau here for a bit. We're gonna hop back over to Moonstone and see what the fuck's going on with the you.
I'm actually going to head out since I have work early tomorrow morning. So
understandably, darling.
I love you guys very, very much. And thankfully, next week I will be there for the whole session because I won't have work early in the morning the next day. So I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Sleep well.
Happy birthday to Mom. Happy Easter.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, my hair just, by the way, we'll just do this with very little prompting from me now. It's very fluffy. I have very thick hair, like. Anyway, so back at Moonstone, should be whack, yo.
Oh, by the way, do you need me to roll for anything for casting spells?
Yeah. Might as well see.
Okay.
What happened?
I
I
mean,
never made.
low.
Oh, okay, sorry. You're saying. I thought it was a number, and I was like, "Wait, is it?" Okay, we good. Yay.
Because I'm gonna cast teleportation circle, and then I'm gonna cast fly on myself so I can get there faster.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oof.
So I'm casting 2 spells.
I'm only gonna make you roll for the one this time.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, we can call the leftover little effect of helping a god, just a little extra good karma.
Hey, good karma.
So yay. I'm not gonna lie, it's so weird to me to have like this many squares missing from the board. Anyway, but yay. So you head on over. Devotion, did you stick around at the camp to wait for Zinc or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Just gonna
things
keep an eye out.
Oh yeah. So think since you're flying, that's a much faster speed than it would be if especially if you were just walking.
Yeah,
So you're
I'm
able to
flying.
get there. Yeah.
Dashing, I guess.
Yeah. So you're able to get there in under an hour. It's closer to like 40 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe 40, maybe 35.
I will still be.
So yeah. So you. Sorry, brain function.
I'm gonna be like humming the song that we sang to like get Lysander out, like just under my breath.
Very nice. So sorry. So yeah, you head back and meet up with Devotion over there. The camp was left pretty clean. And maybe surprisingly so, but it was left fairly clean. So there wasn't a whole lot for you to clean up except for like a couple of like the sleeping things, like especially if Zink actually wanted his hammock. So yeah, so at least there's that. So yeah, so you have about like 35 minutes of downtime before he arrives back, but it's still fairly quiet. The city looks peaceful from this far out. It doesn't look like anything's really going wrong. It looks very different without the barrier sort of on it. And it looks like the only big difference, of course, besides the barrier, is that it looks like the guards that are normally posted around the barrier have sort of constricted their perimeter. You can clearly see that a couple of them have taken up their posts, like actually outside the gates themselves, like right up outside of them, and they've reduced from like a guard every so many feet to just like one on each side of the gate, and the rest you're assuming because you can't see them are probably helping inside the city. So yeah, so you've got kind of an idea of that, but it looks like nothing has caught fire. You don't hear any great like wailing or anything like that. You don't see smoke rising. You're not hearing like some great war cry rise up from the people. But of course, you're a little far out, so you can't get anything really into much detail either. So yeah, so once Zinc finally makes it back, zooms in. What do you do?
Hi.
What time is it?
At this point, it's probably about 2:30, 2:45
In the afternoon or in the morning?
afternoon.
Okay. This is like is I think the next day, maybe. Can I use the stone again? To contact the queen? Can I use it yet, or do I have to wait?
No, you gotta wait until the next dawn.
Okay.
You
Well,
used it
can't do
before you
that.
guys went in there.
Well, granted, we don't have to. Well, we technically do because we can't just direct contact the queen. I think technically we have the capability, but it's more complicated. So that's a thing to do. Thing on the list of things to do in the morning.
In the morning.
So here, Devotion is currently looking over the maps that he has, sort of looking at them and like trying to like plot out potential routes for him to fly back with.
That's fair.
So yeah, that's what Zink sees when he zooms back in. Just Devotion looking over the maps.
Hey, Devotion, I'm back. I brought pie.
Ah, pie. Is it about time for a later lunch, or whatever pie qualifies as?
I don't know, but I just flew here. My arms are tired. Woo!
Be thankful you don't actually have wings. That you go. You made good time. That would have been a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, I figured flying would be faster, and I wanted the pie to still be warm when I got to you. Not that I can't warm it up or anything.
Well, yeah. I haven't gone in yet, but I haven't heard any. I haven't seen any fires. That's promising.
It's really eerie without the bubble over the city.
I mean, it was eerie with the bubble. No, it's a different kind of eerie.
True. Um, well, let's maybe finish eating and then go in.
Hmm. He'll like sigh and start to like pack away the map. That sounds like a good plan.
Do you have one of these, by the way? And he like pulls out his amulet of proof of detection.
No, it's they aren't able to find me. It's something they didn't really do, mainly because of Loki. He has his own
Oh, so
thing.
they can find you either way.
It's my best theory is that they can't lock on to the stone. And since I have part of the stone within me, they can't find me directly.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good news. Because I know that we should probably find your family next, since we have a lull in obligation to the queen, at least for the time being.
She'll have her hands full here.
Yeah. Any thoughts on how we're gonna get these people to acclimate?
It'll just take time. But we need to make sure the resources are available. She said earlier today that she would be sending detachments from the closest towns, which is probably going to be either the port cities or a bit further away. But
Okay.
one that I know has standing troops is Diamond.
Yeah, they're not too far away. Did I see anyone coming on my journey here?
No.
Okay.
Moonstone's pretty far up. It's the furthest north point. The
Mhm.
nearest people would be coming from Black Opal. Or sorry, or not Black Opal, God, Black Pearl. Words.
The Black Pearl.
Yeah. Because we have Pearl, which is south, and then we have Black Pearl, which is up north.
Okay. Well, until then, pie. Yum 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 yum.
Until then, indeed, pie.
How are you dealing with seeing a god in person that isn't, like in you?
It never gets easier. I mean, the last time I saw Tyr in the mortal plane, he kind of scratches his head. I brought him to me. That was an experience. I was very angry.
Oh,
What? I don't count. You hear the little whisper in your head.
Kind of like,
well, I mean, I've never met a god before, so I know they're real, but I guess I never believed that they were as powerful as they are. I mean, like, if they can get stuck in stones and
well, you
can't.
saw all we had to do to get him out of the stone.
Yeah, that song's like stuck in my head.
It probably will be for a few days at least.
I mean, it's catchy at least.
It must have been some sort of hymn to him, so it might be handy to have it in your head if you
Yeah.
are going to start following his ways.
I definitely think that we could probably spin this, that Lysander, despite the fact that the cultists were using his temple to do their nefarious things, was actually like he's a good guy. Like, they had him trapped, and now if they worship him, they can heal faster. And I don't know, I feel like when people are going through times of trouble, like, faith can often be a source of like healing, if that makes sense.
Calling them cultists is a bit of a wave off. for me. Then again, I grew up in a cult. It's
I knew you were a cultist.
it's not the first. You wouldn't be the first to say that, but yours is much more jovial than the last time I heard that. That's why I know that there is a detachment of my order in Diamond, and I am not looking forward to seeing, well, their commander.
Wait, you said diamond?
Yes,
Um,
there's a temple there and a detachment of the order.
hold on. And he is gonna pull out his book of maps. Yeah, I have a I familiarize myself with the teleportation circle there, so we can travel there if you need to.
I have, yeah, like I have no intention of going to Diamond anytime soon. It's one of the
But
few. It's one of the few it's one of the that's included on the number of temples I'm not permitted to stay in.
well, I mean, if you need to catch them off guard, if it's a place that they're never gonna expect you to be,
Oh, they will not expect me to go there. The commander still wants my head.
he sounds like a poo-poo head.
Well, considering the day I officially became a paladin, I was put into a circle of truth cast by far more powerful paladins than even I have met thus far. There would be a zone of truth. Uh, there would be no lies to pass anyone's lips under that powerful spell.
Wait, we used that spell on the boat, right?
Well,
wait, were
I
you
wasn't there
there?
on. I wasn't there on the boat with you.
It's the thing where you go wiggly wiggly woo, and then like the people have to tell the truth. Is that right? I might be a little
They're
tough.
only not allowed to lie, or and if they do lie, and whether they lie or not, I will whether they're telling the truth. Compels them to tell the truth. Doesn't compel them to speak though. That takes encouragement. But yes, they put me into this circle, and I had to confess everything to the highest members of the order, and I had to tell them about Loki, my pact with him and my family.
Okay.
And some of them were understanding. Some of them were even proud that I was able to leave and find a new path. Some were
Less than pleased.
enraged
Oh yeah.
at my very existence. I feel like there's more to it behind that than just me being the son of a cult leader. But as far as I'm concerned, as long as me and the commander stay as far away from each other as possible, I'll be just peachy. I'm pie.
I mean, not to be an optimist, but they might be dead by now.
No, I wouldn't be that lucky.
Yeah. Okay.
Funnily enough, paladins who are in command and therefore don't go out to the field often live to be pretty old.
Well, I guess we should probably go into the city, huh?
I was just as apprehensive as you are.
Yeah. We can leave most of the stuff here if you don't want to haul it all in.
Yeah, I'm still not exactly thrilled about sleeping in the city.
Well, I mean, we can always. I'm happy to camp out here again tonight.
I do enjoy camping.
City skeeves me out still.
There are some things we'll need to discuss. There are important things that we need to discuss with the mayor. Not to pile more things onto his plate, but we need to explore further options on protecting the spring. Before they had the barrier, but now and traditions that were reinforced, although not by their own intention, by the barrier in order to protect the spring. I think I mentioned that the silence when they're outside of the city. That's not about the barrier or Lythander or any of that. It's to protect her. Because if she fell into the wrong hands, that could be a lot of problems.
Wait, you're saying that the spirit from the spring is the one who instills the code of silence?
Not her directly. It's more done to protect her.
That's
It
weird.
became a tradition that, as far as they're like traders and those who regularly leave the city, it became that way. So it became more of a tradition in that sense, according to the mayor, so that if one of them were to go to the bar and get drunk, they don't actually spill out a secret. They simply do not speak. Better to be silent than to accidentally potentially expose Moonstone and the spring to danger. She seems naive and childlike, but something like that in the wrong hands would be catastrophic. To be able to peer through time and memory.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can check in with her and see how she's doing.
I was hoping to, but I think discussing her further security is a good starting point.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to, I can go check out the Temple of Lysander and talk to the people there, because I'm sure that they have a lot of questions as well.
I would be careful.
Oh,
some of them are.
Name.
Some of them may be a bit angry, which is understandable.
All right, it's one of my middle names.
One of many middle names.
I only have
names. There was a saying I heard: gnomes have as many names as they have siblings. Could certainly be true for you.
Well, more like cousins. I only have one sister.
That's fair.
But oh yeah, I should check in with her tomorrow, see how she's doing. Let's head on in.
Yeah, I have on the list to contact the queen in the morning because I can't use the stone again yet. She should probably know that assistance will be needed a little faster as the barrier is now gone and the people are awaking from their, well, whatever this was, whatever you could really describe this as.
Their brainwashing?
That would have been easier to deal with. Again.
Yeah. As long as we don't have to go down into the temple depths again, because that was just. Ugh.
Well, theoretically, no one needs to. The password that I used to get down there is gone, and as long as I mean, it might be messy, but I could probably block off. I could probably collapse part of the cave.
I mean, we should definitely seal off that door, if nothing else. But yeah, go ahead and you go ahead and talk to the mayor. I'll go talk to the temple, and we can reconvene and maybe get some stuff from the bakery before we leave.
Well, the baker's still in. The baker is still in Granite. That's also someone we need to check up on. We have a lot of people to check up with.
Ooh, being an adventurer is it's exhausting, huh?
More paperwork than they said in the brochure.
Right? I'm too old for this stuff.
I'm older than you.
I'm kidding. It's my MO.
Just be careful.
If
you need me, you should be able to reach me with your spell.
Yeah, but worst case scenario, I'll just fire dancing lights into the sky.
And he'll like flap up his wings.
Wait. Before you go. And Zink is gonna sort of like jump up and give you a big hug and be like, I know you've been going through a lot and you've been kind of putting it on the back burner, but you know, we care about you and you're going through a lot. So if you need anything, just let us know, okay?
I appreciate it.
Okay, be safe. And he's gonna like tussle your hair before like going in the direction of the temple.
Dramatic care flip, and then he'll fly off towards the kind of taking. He'll you're gonna take advantage of it that he flies slower than Zink does. He'll actually take the time to like look over the city and sort of survey how things are going before as he's flying towards the mayor's office.
Okay. So as you're flying over the city, both of you, I guess I should say, notice some pretty key differences. The place is, it's not like all of a sudden everything sort of devolved into a post-apocalyptic, trash and dirtiness and despair. There are a pretty heavy smattering of people in the street, but it's more that they're like kind of sitting either dazed and confused, or they're curled up in the fetal position, or they're just kind of like sitting and like just staring at the sky. You're not sure from this height what they're doing. They might just be crying. They might just be like trying to figure out the fuck has happened. And a few other things. Some people are reacting a little bit more violently, but it's more like at themselves, like they're walking around like holding their head or like slapping the side of their head to try to get like the memories to correct or what have you. Stuff like that. The guard, as far as y'all can see, there's not very many of them because they didn't really have to have a huge like standing guard here. But the guard is trying to go around and like help people as they can. Like they're trying to sort of get people, like if somebody's just laying in the street and seems to be just like catatonic, they're kind of trying to put them on the sidewalk, like you stay here. If somebody's being aggressive at themselves, they're trying to like get them to calm down or otherwise just like kind of placate them, because the guards have pretty much always been outside of the barrier, so they weren't really like affected in the same way because they kind of got regular relief from it. So yeah, so there's that. But you can also see actively, he's much smaller and harder to spot, but you can see the mayor going around with a couple of the other guards, like trying to get people like calm down, like handing out blankets or just trying to if somebody like refuses to move, like putting a pillow under their head or something to that effect, kind of thing. But yeah, sorry, my back's starting to go, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the last shot for this one.
Yeah.
Zink, you had mentioned that that you're going to the temple first to kind of check that out. Is that right?
Yeah. And I think fly lasts for an hour, so I probably have 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah. So you fly over toward the area where y'all know the temple is. And as you get closer, you notice that it looks a little bit different. It looks a little off. It doesn't quite look the same. And as you get closer, the last shot that we're going to see is a Zink landing on the ground and looking over at this space. And then the camera kind of zooms up from behind him and up, and then kind of circles over. This just collapsed in bunch of rubble where the temple used to be. There's no real trace of the actual temple left. Like you can see a couple of later glimmers of like colored glass that look like they were from like the big window. But it looks like the temple as a whole has just like imploded on itself. As if the moment that you removed the gem from the place, it just
Before last shot, are there any like bodies or like people outside? Like
there's some of the priests and stuff that were there are like kind of kneeling at the temple and just like looking on in bewilderment.
Okay.
But there's no one dead or hurt because when you guys did that, there's no one in there.
Right. So yeah, Zink just lands next to them and is like, "Holy Lythander."
That's a big hole.
And I think that's where we call it for today. So yay!
Yay! We did it. We did the thing.
You guys did.
We saved the god.
We saved a god, and some of us got shit faced after it.
Hell yeah!
Boom.
Sierra is crashing on her mom's couch tonight.
That's fair.
She's not even making it up to her room. She's face planting on the floor in the living room.
Darian's running around town wiggling his eye stalks at people.
Darren is not used to moms.
He's just like, motherly affection? What is affection?
Mother disappointment is a new thing for him. He's like, oh, I'll clean it.
I don't know if I like this, but also.
That is this feeling.
So sad
So sudden and new.
Drax would be happy with any flat surface at this point. He's just gonna be like, if it's flat.
That's where he's at.
Yep.
There's just a slumber party going on in the living room of my mom's house right now.
Also, I want to say for the poor people who are just trying to get their shit together, they're seeing, like, they have the mayor there helping them, the guards, and then they see the fucking giant demon in like paladin armor slowly float down. I'm like, it's just like, if I had he'll land and look kind of freaked out. It's like, if I had angel wings, that would look a lot better, but no.
Out of context, but why do I get the feeling Florma is raiding my mom's kitchen cabinet to judge her tea taste?
Pee time. Oh, this basic bit.
He's totally raiding the pantry to see what tea my mom has.
Oh, orange pico? How basic.
Chamomile, girl. Come
My
on.
mom's gonna wake up the next morning and her pantry's gonna be all this new tea.
Organized by like effect.
Organized by the pH levels of the leaves.
There's gonna be one
Oh.
box in the back that has a note on it that says, "Not until after
Not until after baby.
It's like, this is good for morning sickness. This is good for general nausea. This is good for when you want to strangle someone from hormones. This
This is for what you don't like.
This one may make childbirth feel like an acid trip.
This one is made of mushrooms. Do with that as you will. Like some tea he stole from like the Drow Palace while they were getting healed. Just like, ooh, tea.
Ooh, tea.
Everyone has their weird sort of trash panda collection. Florma just collects obscure tea.
I love it. But yeah. Woo, you guys did it.
I miss
Yeah.
Bridget. I gotta say, like, Bridget, come back. But also,
We
Like-
love you.
well done for playing Sutha, Sierra.
Yes. Did good. Sutha did
I
a
tried
good
to do her
sing.
justice. I'm glad that she got the final kill on that boss.
Yeah.
Once Bridget comes back and is in a better state of mind, I will be very happy to hear what her take on. So that's a god.
Yeah.
She probably. I bet she called Lathander a bitch to his face, and
Almost
he
certainly, at
just
least
went.
once.
He just went. That's fair.
Sends him a
That's fair.
holler.
Here's a ring. Goodbye.
Oh, I honestly get the feeling, if Bridget decides, Sutha won't take any boon.
She might not. It's true. I was wondering if she might or might not. It's entirely possible to just be like, "No, I'm good, bro."
Yeah,
Or you can
'cause-
take the boon and shove it. But you all have the option.
We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Kitsune had made a comment earlier. Florma's new personal quest, one ring from each of the gods that owes him a favor. That way he has tons of get out of jail free cards.
Yeah.
I honestly see him doing that.
I mean, helping Devotion get his family kill Sufferance or get his family back, probably it's like, hey guys, and of course, like, yes, I know that it's You know what's gonna be?
What do I get the feeling Sierra won't use her boon till 9 months down the road when her mom's in labor and she's the midwife. She's just like, Lathander, help, 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 help.
Help
You are a god. You are a
me.
god of life and rebirth. I'm not sure if this is sort of rebirth. It has birth in it, but help.
No, Florma, you're gonna be Hal Jordan and like on the cover from the Green Lantern comic where he has all of the Green Lantern. Look at it.
You know, when I do play games too, I always save my most powerful weapon because I don't know if I need it. Do I need it now? No, I don't think so.
When he goes to the final battle, I don't know if I need to use it yet.
What if he has a second phase?
Autolife.
Also, I had to change up what the gifts that Sierra and Drax got from their gods would do because I had like a plan for like, okay, so if you use it in combat, it does this, and then we didn't use them in combat. I was like, all right, what's it gonna do now? That's what it's gonna do.
Okay, because when you gave us the boons, I honestly felt like it was to deal with the stone, not for combat.
Yeah, which is totally fair. But I wanted
Yeah.
to have preparations made if that was where you decided to use it.
Yeah.
Although-
Which is kind of on myself being like, use it when the time is right. Why do I do this to myself?
Although
Use
although
it
I-
when the time is right. If Sierra had not used it, she probably would have crushed the egg while she was pissed drunk crying on the floor and just be like, Bird Mom, I need a friend.
Although now it's got me curious. If Drax hadn't used the armband during combat, what would have happened?
You would have gotten a huge boost for that turn in terms of like damage output and lightning effects, basically. It was gonna be very, very helpful in making sure that if you were like dying at the hands of a big thing, that you would do a lot of damage to big thing.
Now I'm
But there's
curious
been a
for what
difference.
Sierra's would have done.
Let me see.
I forgot I had
Where?
a bruise on my arm.
Duh.
I got one here too. That's what roller skating does to you.
Um,
I have random ones that just kind of show up all over the place. I'm like, I don't do much. What the fuck happened?
I sometimes forget how double jointed I am.
That is so weird.
sounds
Yep. Full on.
Oh god, that's creepy. Mitch, no. Mitch, stop. You're not a marionette. Don't.
I can't remember where I put the damn things in here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so Sierra's Smoky Quartz Crystal ability. When shattered, the user is empowered by the magic inside and will do the max dice amount for any divine spell cast within the next minute, whether it's a healing or attack spell. That's what I had decided yours did.
I could have nerfed a fucker. I could have nerfed a motherfucker. I could have been turbo. Paige just said I could have been turbo mode.
Like I said, I tried to have something
Where
that felt
can
like
I get
really
me
sturdy.
another one of these?
I'm not sure. And then Drax, for yours, the one-time use armband ability from Thor. Armband will cause a single burst of lightning that damages all enemies within 60 feet for, I think I did just an average of 20 damage, double if they have armor on. Additionally, any creature hit by the blast must make a DC 18 strength save or be knocked prone.
So
I
kind
tried
of
to
think
do
of it
something that
as
felt very unique to each of you for get fucked.
I could have had a nerfed spell each round for a minute. 10 rounds of nerfing motherfuckers.
However, since I
think of it
figured
as
you guys were going to
Drax
use
could have had unlimited power.
No,
But,
how I thought of it, Drax, is more like Thunder Wave. Yeah, Thunder Wave from World of Warcraft is shamans. Like you summon the lightning down on yourself, it just knock back.
Oh my god, Drax would have been just fucking Thor entering the battle in Wakanda in Infinity War. Bring me Thanos! Leap up in the air, Superho landing, fucking just incinerate everyone around him.
But yeah, so like I said, I wanted to be prepared in case y'all did want to use them during battle, especially because like I had kind of made bigger CR characters to throw at y'all, and I was like, okay, good, they have an ace in the hole. When you decided that you then wanted to use them for the ritual instead, I was like, oh, okay, and adjusted it. Basically, if you hadn't used those to help you, it would have ended not great. There would have been a lot of lost hit points and years drained during the process just because it was Angie. When it switched to active mode, that was not great for y'all, but you had help, so it was okay.
Yeah.
I honestly was ready to just fucking die via gemstone.
I mean, because
Gemstone shop.
these are literally like god holding legendary artifacts. They're not gonna respond.
We
well
basically just destroyed an infinity stone.
I mean, basically, yeah. Like
This
this
is just Infinity War in D&D, and the fucking BBEG is female Thanos, but with a bad box dye blonde hair job. Her skin's not purple, but her eyes are.
And less of a ballsack chin.
Yeah.
Screw them.
Well, as far as we don't know yet. We'll find out.
We'll find
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Granted, as far as we also know that she's been getting new bodies from the doll maker, so we don't know what her actual body looks like.
What if she pops up actually looking like Thanos?
That would be so fucking hilarious.
I only have pretty people.
If that's the case, and we're the Avengers, who's fucking who?
You know, does mine need saying?
Currently, Sierra is fucking dead.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure devotion would
Not literally, like, if this is Infinity War and Ruby is Thanos, who are we in terms of Avengers?
Devotion is Bucky if he got the big ass gun and Cap's shield.
Drax is obviously
because that guy has a big tower shield. So Bucky got a hold of the shield, and he still has that fucking like I don't know what kind of a gun officially he had.
I feel
Florida just like stuck two guns on sides of one gun and handed it to the war criminal.
I feel Flortman is Tony Stark.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Either Tony Stark or Doctor Strange.
Zinc is Rocket.
Yeah, Zinc is Rocket and Groot.
Or Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm. Sutha is Dr. Banner, Hulk.
Yep.
Isla, I think, is a mix of Gamora and Mantis.
Yeah, no. Normal Isla is Gamora. Wolf form Isla is
No, normal Isla is Mantis. Wolf form Isla is Gamora.
That brain.
Oh yeah.
Sierra and Sierra are Black Widow and Hawkeye, but opposite.
Yeah.
Darren's Black Widow, Sierra's Hawkeye.
I'm gonna have to head to bed, y'all. And it's 6
I've gotta end the stream anyway. So thank you everyone who stuck around for Kingdom Chronicles. We'll be back next Friday, and I'll be uploading a fuck ton of VODs tomorrow. So sleep well, and as a Freddy yet, good night, everybody. Mwah.
Bye.